Well, hello and welcome back to Out of the Abyss.
Hey! It's only been like 1 week.
Yeah, it's been no time at all. It's like yesterday that you guys fought the Elder Brain.
Sorry,
one long rest.
Yeah, one really long rest.
It's only been like today.
Yeah. It's pretty much
Only
back-to-back sessions. I don't know. We pretty much did a doubleheader, except it's daylight now. Yeah, when last we left off, you all had participated in and engineered an escape from Sirog Colony with some guidance and assistance from your friendly neighborhood Ulithrid named Ilsen Corian, and some by the seat of your pants getting through a fight by all of you. Vera narrowly avoided becoming Sirog's dinner. But eventually you were able to best the Elder Brain. Eventually exploding it up to the ceiling, smacking it into the ceiling, and it falling back down and hitting Nero.
And basically killing Nero.
Almost killing Nero.
Nearly killing you.
Nearly.
I was pretty sure it wouldn't kill you. But
It was really...
it was worth it.
You can
anyways.
hope.
Worth.
So, as promised, Ilsen Corian bid you all to leave the colony as they needed to take the time to consolidate their grip over it, taking control of the remaining mind flayers, and becoming, most likely, eventually, the new Elder Brain of Sirog Colony. You were escorted by several Quagoths out to the edge of the colony territory, and upon reaching the edge, you all traveled maybe another mile or two beyond that, just far enough that you felt comfortable finally settling down and setting up camp for the night. Battered, bruised, exhausted, down yet another companion, as Globagul is not accompanying you all at this point.
Don't think I forgot.
And you all leveled up to level 7. So we will pick up with that night when you guys are all going to sleep and trying to relax for the evening. Don't worry, because we're obviously already leveled up, but just any conversations or anything that y'all needed to do, we can start off there.
Who's taking watch? Wait, hold on. Accent. So who's taking the first watch?
I can probably give that a shot.
I'll take care of it. You rest.
Also a good book. I will immediately fall asleep.
Okay.
I'm going to put an alarm spell down between us and where we came from, just in case.
Good idea.
I'll spend 10 minutes doing that ritual.
Is everybody else alright?
Eldith and Jimjar are both pretty beat, but okay enough.
Jimjar, sorry for doubting you.
I can't say I don't understand.
Did you ask him alright?
Yeah,
I am not.
I'm at 7. So.
I'm at 2.
I'm at 14.
Apparently, bad question. Y'all look like shit. Myself included.
Jordan, I just realized I have those dice. The green and gray and black ones.
They're pretty great.
They're awesome.
I like them.
We all just like limp. Is everyone alright? Yeah, mine was like limp.
It's like leaving a trail of
using
blood.
my greatsword as like a
Must
cane.
be
Right.
nice.
Battered and bruised.
We're about to sleep. Everything is fine.
Wake up feeling great.
Just like in real life.
Alright. After I'm done, I'll try and join Jordan or Yormik. Not like cuddle with him.
Spooning.
In sleep.
It's okay, man.
Theo, come on.
Just murder me too.
Yeah, I'll go to bed if you have watch Nero.
I've got it. Somebody can... I'll wake you up when it's my turn.
Okay.
So I should like Like probably after like an hour of tossing and turning, I'm probably just gonna get up and join you.
Okay.
Good morning, Nero. How are you doing?
I've been better.
Oh yes, me too.
That was not long.
I couldn't sleep.
You should still try.
I did. And every time I got close,
Good.
my eyes
Wait.
stepped back open, and I was in a panic state, and so I think I'm just going to try and stay up today.
What did they do to you? When we found you, you were catatonic.
I wish I had no dreams, but they put me through some sort of. I got a little shudder. I woke up in a chamber that felt right. It was like a table, but there was no one there. And I wasn't bound or anything, and I got up to check the door. It was open, and so I figured maybe I can make an escape. I tried, but then the hall started shifting on me, and this weird creature started casting spells at me, and I just decided to run away, thinking that maybe I could run into one of you or find my way out easily enough. But that's what happened. I would turn around, and the hallway would be different, and then bugs would come crawling out of the walls, and it felt like I was in there. How long were we trapped in here?
About 2 days, day and a half.
It felt like a week. I didn't sleep. I was just running for the whole time. Things were coming out of the walls, and I was basically just running. Like, I think the only reason I didn't pass out from exhaustion is because I wasn't actually running. But it was.
This was all in your mind.
Yes, apparently.
I
I began to suspect this after a few hours, but I didn't know how to make myself. It's just running and running. I tried a few things, but at the end of the day, there was no winning in this maze. That I wasn't in control. And eventually, the room started filling up with like weird insect things, and the creature came back casting spells, and he got me. I thought that I was going to die, and just as I kind of resigned myself to that, I woke up. And
into another fresh
into a
hell.
different nightmare. This one real. So
Well, I can't say that you're definitely safe now, but you're at least in a better position now than you were then.
yeah, well, I would agree with you. That doesn't making sleep come any easier.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
We'll try and get some rest. Maybe in a few hours
I'm just.
you'll be able to.
I'll take my spell book out, and I just start rifling through and studying a few things. And if I just distract myself for a few hours, and I can try again when we switch shifts, and see if that helps. But I don't know if it will.
All right.
That's it.
Well, your normal shift time passes uneventfully. Vera's just reading the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a final student, just like zombily, just like staring at this book. Not even sure if she's actually reading or absorbing the information or just staring at it.
I'm sure if you more often than not, if you're watching me, like my eyes will like be going through, and then they'll just like kind of stop and like fade, like just like zone out for a little while, and then just like and then go back to it again.
So and Nero's just sitting there, kind of like leaning against the edge of the tunnel, and like looking back and forth, and occasionally just like feeling his scar down the side of his face, and kind of just like tracing it a little bit.
What happened with actually. Was there any visible change in him during the fight?
Well, I mean, you just saw fire explode.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I know what happened earlier today, but my memory is a little hazy.
Right.
There is an exploding wave of fire, but
Blue fire, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen you do that before. A fire sing.
Yeah.
Is that new?
And as mentioned, I kind of just like, again, like trace it. Yeah, that was new. I didn't know it possible.
All right, well, keep that one in your back pocket.
I will. Might come in handy.
Is it worrying you for some reason? It seems a bit unexpected.
It is, but it should be fine. It saved us this time.
I've always been a little jealous of these things that come without study. Just sort of happen.
Well, without study, but with
Not without
a
dedication.
different form.
Sure. It'd be. I'll let you think sense with all the studying that I do. That someday I would just be gifted with some sort of new thing, but that has not happened yet.
Makes a difference when you're studying for yourself versus studying for something greater than you.
I suppose this is true. I've shush.
Wake up, okay.
But I've tried this before and it just never goes well for me. So it's the same. My faith is wavered.
It's not easy. I don't condemn you for that.
Well, this up until today, or the last couple of days, has been proven me very well. Honestly, I've always been able to get myself out of the worst of situations. Till this time.
We got out of it together.
We got lucky.
A little bit.
If something had happened to me behind that pillar, I don't know any of you would have even seen me to know that I was in trouble. I was too far away. And even if you had known, I don't think that you would have been able to get to me and done anything about it. It was near miss too. If I hadn't got to my staff back, I would have been dead.
But you did.
I did, yes. These things have a way of working themselves out, I suppose. Sorry.
We'll try to keep it that way.
Yeah, we can all try. And every time we do, we lose somebody.
Not this time.
Not your gelatinous friend.
I trust he's still out there.
If you say so, I don't. You're the one with the faith.
Glabagul survived the Demogorgon. I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to. Glabagul survived the Demogorgon. I have faith that he could pull through this.
Alright, well, I hope we meet him again someday. I very much would like to, it's been nice getting to know him, but that would be lying if I said I didn't also want to bring him back and study him a bit. I'm sure I have other friends that would be very interested as well.
Needless to say, the Mind Flayers are not as interested in those without a brain.
Yes, but you would think that something that has no brain that is so capable of thinking would be at least interesting a little bit to them.
I think it was more of just a nuisance.
Well, I mean, apparently they can very good.
So hopefully that was all, and they didn't look to finish the job.
Yeah, I really hope so. I'm sure they didn't really care if he lived or died. Okay. Any interest in letting these two play?
Good. I'm on board with this.
Yeah, so hours pass. Eventually your shift time's up. Who was taking second shift?
Who did we discuss we were going to wake up for this? Do you remember?
I don't think we did.
We didn't. You just said you would wake someone up.
I'm gonna wake up Brendan Yormik.
Both of them?
Yeah.
I don't want to be an octopus.
Are you done with
Okay.
Are you done with your shift?
Yeah, I'm done.
Look over and see Yormek is also waking up, and I go, I'm glad Yormek can take it over.
I just let him go back to sleep.
Yes.
Can I
Like-
borrow your horse to watch? Where is it?
Where is it?
I won't be able to bring it back until I rest.
Well, okay.
Don't we have no lizards right now?
We have nothing.
Hey, Chihuahua.
I'll talk
But
to
we're
this.
faster.
I will.
We don't have Globagos.
That's true.
Speed doubled.
I will talk to this rock.
That is true, honestly. We are a lot more.
Do you want me to wake up Jim Jaw to keep you
We
company?
can get to
He's-
Blingdenstone this session.
It's yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's wake up Jim Jar. We'll see what he's going on.
All right. Jim Jaw.
Ah, what? Senny? What? What?
Say what?
Oh, hey.
Hey, I was just going to wake you up to accompany Yormek on the watch.
All right. Jim Jar is also very sleepy, but he gets up.
You two, I only need like a handful of hours, so you're gonna wake me up after for you,
Sounds like a plan.
or rather, shake me out of it, because I don't sleep.
Slap me out of remembering my past lives, please.
Please.
All right. Well, Yormek and Jim Jar, sit up.
So when it looks like they're like asleep. So you're staying. I would imagine we're dropping you off, and then they're going up, probably at this point. How far is the journey from? What's the name of the place we're going?
Blingdenstone.
How far is it gonna take them to get up?
How you mean? How far to the surface from Blingdenstone?
Yeah.
So I haven't personally been on one of the routes before, but I think it's not much more than a couple days travel from there.
Jesus, well.
Well, how many do any Durgar live in? There don't. I'm trying to figure out. We're kind of walking in one direction here, and I'm figuring out what happens at the end of this. Top seems interesting, but in the likely chance that doesn't really work out, how accommodating is Blingdenstone going to be for a dwarf person?
One person now,
I mean-
huh?
Yeah, well, Underdarkian to Underdarkian.
One gray-skinned person to another.
Alright.
I mean, Blingdenstone's a pretty open society. I mean, I don't even know how many are back living in the city after everything that happened, but I mean, from what I've heard, basically, if you're not a drow, you're probably welcome there. I wouldn't give them any reason to mistrust you, and I'm sure they don't take too kindly to, and I know they don't take too kindly to thieves either.
Yeah.
But it's not like Gracklestone. It's not that kind of place. And I know that they're sort of trying to rebuild or reestablish the city so that it's like what it used to be, but seems like as good a place as any to call home, to make your mark, whatever you want to do.
It's good to know. We'll see it. It's good to know that there's an option. Yeah. All right.
Why do you think it's not going to work out topside with you?
The fire thing, there's like this ball, it's a big ball of fire. It sounds intimidating. So I'm a little concerned about that. Yeah, it might make stealing things more difficult if that's just always there, casting light on us.
I love how
It's magic.
Yeah.
The sun is magical.
We'll see. It could be cool to like look at, but
I love how no one has told him the sun goes down.
It's just always there. How does anyone sleep? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. If I stay down here, I might be
Just used to
tempted
sleeping in
to.
the light.
Yeah. I might be tempted to try and raise an army and take over Cracklestook, but it seems like an easy way to die.
He's becoming aware, guys.
So, I don't know. We'll see. It's just good to know there's options, I guess.
Don't worry, the sun's not that bad. As I like turn over my sleeve.
We can agree to disagree, but we'll see someday.
But you've never even seen it though, right?
Well, neither of you,
I mean,
probably.
neither have I, but she has. I'm pretty sure.
Well, allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
Allegedly.
My line.
Allegedly.
Well, we'll see. At least, we'll see. That's probably enough bonding for an evening. I'm gonna look at this rock.
I agree.
Okay. Good watch, Yormik? What? Good night? Good watch? Okay.
I'm gonna look this way. You look back and tell me if any octopuses are coming to
Deal.
octopus me again.
He just like sits on the same rock as you, just like back to your back. So you like are each other's chair.
Good. I'm matching myself. Okay, spaces.
Okay. So the rest of your night's rest passes uneventfully.
At one point,
You suspect that your proximity to the colony territory, despite you not being in it at this point, offers you a degree of protection. That there's not a whole lot that inhabits the area and so nearby. Like how the outpost had its shielding up. The rest of this doesn't really have that protection or that luxury. So, your night of rest passes entirely uneventfully, and most of you wake up in the morning feeling a lot better than yesterday, at the very least, but not quite 100%.
I look like shit. Still.
Vera had a rough night.
How many horses can you make a thing?
Just one, Yormik.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Make a horse and ride it.
Well, okay. So what are the rest of them gonna do?
Watch.
So you and me will take the horse. Big. It was big. I think. Is that little? How big are horses?
Not that big.
Okay. So realistically. Okay, we'll see.
That we will. I walk over to Vera because she looks rough still, right?
Yeah, I have big bags under my eyes, and like when you approach, like my eyes are still like I'm like against the wall. My eyes sort of like half closed, like my necklace in one hand, and just kind of like.
You could ride the horse today.
That's pretty kind of you. I don't think I've still really.
I look over across towards Bryn and Yormik, and I'm like, "You've kept these two alive. Consider to thank you."
I think we've all kept each other alive to a large extent, but I will accept your.
Theo found a deer antler.
Oh shit!
That's amazing.
I forgot. I forgot. I forgot to put it out there.
Oh, is it?
Well, no, it was over by the trash can, or like
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
side of
yeah.
the house.
So I found it in the backyard. It was just sitting out there.
Yeah.
And I was like a few weeks ago, looked at my back window, like, is that a bunch of sticks? Or is that just is that deer on there, or is it just a weird grouping of sticks? And out there, it was a deer antler.
Do you want it?
I mean, I left it there because I wasn't sure what I didn't decide what I was going to do with it.
Okay. I will go take it from her.
I don't
It's still
care.
Fine.
I don't care what happens to it. I don't. I really
It sounds like a perfect dog toy.
I mean, if she's taking a blast with it,
She's running around with it. I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't
I'm
know
gonna
if
go
you
dog
knew it.
jousting.
I've never like found a deer out there laying around.
me either. I've never seen one.
I knew that they like
Existed.
shed them.
I was on team. I think it's a pile of sticks or a rock that's like covered and just looks like an antler. And then he walked back and he's like, "No, it was an antler."
It was an actual antler.
Okay, all right. Well,
Some
well
deer
played.
might have had a bad day, or it was shedding. I don't know. I don't know. I thought they just shed like. They should.
I thought.
It all goes away.
It all goes away.
Yeah.
Okay. Big tangent, guys.
It also
Sorry.
depends like what age. Sometimes it seems like they sort of like peel rather than
Right.
like
That's
lose
what I
them
thought.
and
I
grow
thought they
new
just kind of
ones.
shed it,
But
not actually
This is
come off.
out of the abyss animal, maybe facts edition. We're
Kev-
not sure.
Kevin talks about deer. It's a new book.
Hey, this
It's a
game
new
is
book.
deer. Okay, this is tangentially relevant.
Deer and deer.
It's in the monster
Deer.
manual.
Deer, oh deer.
Oh god.
Um,
Oh dear.
So we're fat. Are we faster than we were
Oh,
with
hold
lizards?
on, let me finish what I was
Oh,
saying.
okay.
Yes.
But anyways,
Crap.
this one, I look over at Yomi,
Crap.
can be quite a bit reckless. So
Honestly,
appreciate you keeping him.
you're all a bit reckless, but him more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
So I'm gonna use a level 2 spell to pull out the steed.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
You named
Consider
it?
your steed whipped out.
Whipping out the steed.
I think it takes like an hour
huh?
though. Actually,
That's what it requires. What's that?
does it take like an hour or something to do? Something
Whoa.
Sure. Let's say that I did it in. Well, it's
Let's say I
instantaneous.
said nay.
Well, no. That's like when the spell is done being cast. It just
Ah.
happens. I think
Ah.
the casting time I think is an hour
I will
to resummon it when it's like
prove
destroyed.
you right or wrong in a second. Takes 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. There you go. 10 minutes later, Nero whips out his steed. It's large
while to
and it's
get out.
black.
Takes a while to get it.
Vera can sit on it and ride.
Takes a while to.
Sorry.
Takes a while.
All right.
to-
So see you guys next week.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Runtime edition. Shut down on.
Well, third try. Oh, there we go. Okay, so
We're walking.
Heading to Blingdenstone.
Nero's riding his steed all the way there.
No.
Oh,
she's
Blingden.
riding the horse.
Is that where we've been going? It's that way. I just point down the tunnel.
the one direction that you didn't.
I
go.
walk over to Yormik. Look
Are
down.
we sure that he's pointing the right direction?
I would be sure of that much.
I look down and like glance back the way we came.
Roll a
and, like,
d4.
D4.
really consider going back.
Give me 75% odds with this at least.
Roll a d4.
3. Man, first
I
roll
like
of the
it.
dice box and it went on the
I
map.
was saying, did you completely miss your whole life box?
Brought to you by Wormwood Gaming. Spring-loaded trampoline dice boxes. Get yours today.
New features. Magnetically attached, so your dice can't fall out.
Right.
Yormik is pointing like due east rather than northeast.
But there's only one tunnel. So there's only 2 directions you could go.
I thought we were in like a one-way tunnel.
Yeah, same.
I would have been only a little less confident if there were more
Okay,
directions.
that's fair. Well, if you, yeah,
I'm close.
sure.
Yeah.
Crap, is it this way or is it this way?
Yeah, exactly.
We came from this way.
that's
Maybe
why
we should
we're-
go back.
That's why we're.
Right.
So anyway, I walk up to Yormik after he points the opposite direction in the tunnel that we came from, and I just go, pat him on the head, and
start
turn
walking.
around and walk.
Eldest just like, oh, Yormik. And then just follows Nero. Just starts heading off.
It's a miracle you've made it this far sometimes, Yormik.
It's
Everybody's patronizing him.
I'm like asleep on the mane of your horse, just like not really asleep, but eyes closed, just like
Yeah.
talking about.
Every hour I'm using my cloak of disguise self to change myself into one of you.
I don't notice.
I don't care.
That's
2
fine.
Neros, 2 Brins, 2 Jim Jars.
I just want it to be known.
Yeah. So as you guys continue through the tunnels, you've left the twisting sort of interwoven tunnels from near the colony, and they sort of have given way back to some more normal looking caves and tunnels. You
More normal
Travel-
That's our definition of changing scenery in the dark.
yeah, normal caves and tunnels. You've left the Illipid territory.
The particular texture of the cave wall has become less or become more normal. Oh, good. Okay. I think it's a good thing.
But now you get you travel. I mean, at a pretty good pace with Galapagos not really slowing you down. Your
So-
group as a whole is faster on average.
So as we come out of that tunnel area, we don't happen to see Galapagos anywhere. Too bad.
Well,
Really, no.
make a perception check.
Sick. Nope.
Even if he was there, you wouldn't have seen him.
You're right. He
Um,
would have called out to me. Let's be real.
Why, you guys? So you travel an entire day like this, keeping up a steady pace through tunnels and some not particularly huge, but the tunnels open up into a few caverns and different shaped chambers. You make it through a pretty calm day of travel. After about 10 hours or so, though, it's time to call it for the day's travel. You find a small outcropping in one of the tunnels, and set up camp there for the night, unless you guys decide you want to push on into exhaustion territory.
Well, yeah. Jim Jar, is any of this looking familiar yet?
Dude, it's been like 10 days. I told you it was like 2 weeks worth of time.
Oh,
By 2
yeah.
weeks, I mean 10 days.
So 20 days total. Ish.
In that neighborhood.
Alright.
Is there any city in between?
Not really. There's not. You don't find that many, like small towns in the Underdark. It's a lot tougher to sustain on average. It's just
Gotcha.
you don't see it.
Do you think we'll pass any more drow outposts on the way to Blinding Stone?
I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know of any that close by, but I mean, if I know anything about the Drow, I wouldn't be surprised if there's, I don't know, scouts or some degree of surveillance. The Drow certainly don't count Blingden Stone among their allies for
Right.
good reason.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, is there anything you guys want to do during it? Like, you have a whole day's worth of travel time. I'm assuming at this point you're still working on speaking Undercommon with Jim Jar.
So are we going to the next day, or is this the night
Anything you guys want to do that day?
on this day that we did full travel?
Yep.
Bryn, so I noticed you've got that sword at your hip that you used one time.
Nope.
No?
Nope. That was a dagger.
Oh. Why don't we give that a little bit of a warm up, some practice?
Oh,
Come on, I could use a partner. I'll go easy on you.
All right.
I'll fight him. It's fine.
I'll pull out the sword and go. All right.
I'll set down my great sword on the wall and grab a regular
It's
long
like a short sword or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
out of my bag, so that's not overwhelmingly
You're not just gonna
bigger.
shatter my sword.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Ooh, nice dagger. Million pieces. Okay.
So we're practicing.
Do you guys want to have a sparring match?
I mean,
You tell me.
we can, sure, if you'd like.
No.
How about tonight? How about today? We're not gonna spar. We're
Hard
just gonna.
pass.
I just gotta train him today. Just give him some practice with
We
it.
can go through
Okay.
like katas or something.
Yeah.
Do some light sparring. But let me tell you, that match either has magic or doesn't have magic, and I lose both.
Yeah. So basically, what we're just gonna do is I'm just gonna teach him some sword play, some basic nuances of it.
So I can actually learn how to use this
Yeah.
sword that I've never used.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do.
Make an attack roll advantage.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Would this be with strength or dex?
Is your weapon a finesse
It
weapon?
is.
Then it would be with dex.
15.
15. Tink. Doesn't get him. Well, he doesn't dodge it, but you.
Just like trying
clank
to
off the
land a
armor.
blow?
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's like one of the ones you try and sneak a halfway real hit into your sparring, and it lands. It just the dude's wearing armor all over his body.
Momentary thought of trouble. Yeah. Oh.
Oh shit.
I feel a little bit satisfied. Like, all right. No.
Could
Nice.
have been worse.
Nice.
Could be better, but could have been worse. All right. Okay. Anything else? Vera, we're kind of resetting your.
It's I'm just tinkering with it. It's already reset. I'm just using it to distract myself.
Gotcha.
Okay. I didn't use it last combat. I used it in the maze, but then that wasn't real.
Right. So it's still good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quiz Jim
Eldith's
Jarrett.
just real quiet all day. It's just she's over it. It's just written all over her. She's just over it. Jim Jar is mostly his usual self. He didn't go through quite what you all experienced, even though he helped you bust your way out.
This is the next night.
Yeah. So you guys left, camped, and then this is the end of that day. You traveled away a whole day.
Okay.
And so it's that night. And
First night since leaving.
Right. I hope it shifts again that night.
Okay.
So I'll take first shift.
Okay. So yeah, perception check, and Vera, make a perception check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Are you the first shift or second shift?
I'm gonna take it either way. Wow.
Sorry, I didn't land on the map, but it was a 19.
Less. A lot less.
Disadvantage kind of will do
A
that.
Yeah.
little 2 to 7.
Yeah, not good and
so
worse.
Can you get better dice?
Yeah, we're gonna melt those ones down.
All
That's the
right.
problem.
But these are Vera's dice, guys.
Well, guess we gotta kill Vera.
She's terribly unlucky.
Sorry, man.
You got
Nero
me.
just, as Vera is keeping watch, Nero just walks up behind her and
It's
Lops
It's-
her
it's-
out.
It's for the best.
Full rounds her with divine smite.
she show you how to feign death.
Jesus.
That sounds familiar.
Yes, it does. Flashbacks.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Your first watch goes uneventfully.
Uneventfully.
So during it, is anybody up with me during it? That's
I
the
am.
question. You are?
Vera again.
So I guess then, just in my head.
Not immediately. I try to sleep again, but it doesn't go well.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hushedly kind of I'm gonna close my eyes for a minute and just like reach out and be like, so that was new. Don't suppose you'll tell me your name now.
Does my name really matter?
Somewhat, considering these changes that you're making. As I like trace my scar again.
You could have done that anytime. I'm simply showing you how.
Don't try to wreck my dice line, man. Home field advantage.
Fine. Keep your secrets.
Oh god. The shit-eating gritty has
I had to.
for that
I
meme
had
is so
to.
good.
For the meme.
But I suppose for now I'll have to settle with that. You helped me save my comrades, so I won't complain.
You could do even more than that. But you'll find out in due time.
As long as I can protect them, then I'll do what I must.
That kind of power is exactly what I'm offering.
Hey, sorry, Xan. What's up?
Alright, that's it for me.
Okay. After a while, Vera rolls over and just like sits up.
Okay. It might also have been like a. Okay.
Can't sleep again?
No.
Well. I want to see if there's anything I can do to like help you relax.
I cannot, unfortunately.
I'm just gonna do like I'm just gonna cast on her lesser.
Calm emotions.
I'm gonna cast lesser restoration on her. Just to try and like help her with her anxiety. I guess. Like
Sure. No, you cast the spell. You feel a warming sensation that you're familiar with from this sort of healing divine magic. But it doesn't really make you feel any different. I mean, even you knew it was probably
unlikely.
a long shot
Yeah.
given the customary uses for lesser restoration. But at the same time, like, worth a shot.
Well, I appreciate the effort.
It's the best I got.
I don't got anything for this, so.
Well,
Jesus.
just
I have a strong drink, but even that doesn't want much.
I
I think Bryn might have had. Oh, yeah, I didn't know Bryn back then.
Yeah.
I've offered you, but I've offered you the.
You have.
I still I
The
bet
whiskey
I still
skin.
have
I
some
didn't know
whiskey
you were
in
doing
that
your
whiskey
alcoholic
skin.
phase, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
try to take it easy.
I'm trying. I'm still at, I also feel like I need to be ready just in case something happens, and keeping in my head all these different spells that I'm trying to make sure I'm ready is proving even more challenging.
Listen, nothing is going to get past me.
It's usually what I try and worry about, but
Well, you don't have to worry about that right now.
I don't think I'm not. I can't keep focused on any one thing too long anyway. It's not going to do me any good to try. Every time I try to mess with something, my mind wanders, and I think about the maze, and then I freak out. I come back, have a little panic attack, and then I go back to it again.
if you get too caught up in it, that's a good way to get yourself killed later on.
Yes, I will. You're right. I will stop doing it then.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
That's it. That's all for me.
Okay. So,
I'm still open. You guys to wake up. Too.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
I
haven't taken a shift for a long time.
As I wake up, as Bryn's like getting up to take over, I'll put like a hand on his shoulder and be like, practice some of those sword techniques we were working on.
I'm gonna
Wink
look
and-
over at Yormik.
yeah. After I notice,
they
you
wake
look-
up and Yormik has accidentally murdered Bryn from their sparring.
who knew?
Oh no! What have I done?
After I notice you, like,
You
look-
mean Yormik is gone and Bryn is dead?
Yeah.
You're so much easier to hit.
after I notice your little glance over at him, I look over and I just look back and I just wink. And then get into a comfortable position.
Assume the position.
Assume the position.
Where's your horse?
Probably.
Well, okay, so when it's you can just use an action to just dismiss it too if you like.
Yeah,
don't
but I'm
want it
not
there.
dismissing it because then I have to use a spell to bring it back.
No, so when
Yeah.
it doesn't get killed, I think you can like pocket dimension dismiss it
I don't think so.
like a familiar.
So I thought.
I
don't
think.
so.
I haven't read it. That's what I was saying.
That spell is real good.
Put my horse.
It's bad.
Magic horse.
Let me double check.
Mech and
my
Magic
horse.
Warlock's also got a free mount.
I'll check it.
Okay.
What's in that?
I don't know if it also happened in some version of D&D. Warlocks are new,
Warlocks are
right?
new with edition.
Yeah.
So I doubt it.
Okay.
Flaming
So
horse.
roll a couple of perception checks for me, you guys.
Percept.
You second shift folks.
Oh boy.
that.
6. Oh no.
12.
Okay.
12. Okay.
We're both at it.
Yay. We're super watcher.
Yeah.
Watchy. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna be asking Yormik about rocks.
Theo, come on.
I will continue to inform Bryn of the type of rock that surrounds us, which is hard rock. That's
Cafe.
This is a
Yeah.
variety of rock which people customarily refer to as stone.
can be used to build bridges.
I'm gonna take out the stone speaker crystal and just like
Yeah, see,
do whatever it does to help me investigate things.
I like to imagine you use it as a magnifying glass, kind of.
Just like rubbing it on my head.
yeah.
Yes. Stone.
Stone.
Theo, come here.
Can you not also build bridges out of stone?
What are you planning on doing
Tonight?
after we, when we go up? Are you
Oh,
gonna come and worship the sun with us?
No. That seems unlikely.
Once the sun sees you, it never loses track of you.
Is it alive?
Yeah,
So it also watches you.
yeah.
So like the sun, it's in the sky, it's bright, it's fire, it's alive and watches you at the same time.
Yeah, why do you think they call us sun slaves?
Okay. So
Like, I'm surprised the sun hasn't sent its sun minions down here to get us.
How
It gets
is-
mad when we're gone.
what about like the whole world? Isn't it? How does it watch the whole world at the same time?
Roll a deception check.
I was gonna say this is just getting to the point where that's still gonna be really
19.
good. Insight.
Yeah. All right.
What'd you get?
10. So
You
it's-
believe
From what you know of the sun, this could be feasible.
yeah, it seems so. Like, does it watch the world? It's a big cube, right?
It's weird. I don't know if it watches the whole world, but I know it's always watching me.
Well, that doesn't seem
And so I
surprising.
assume it's always watching everything.
Okay, so sun. Do I have to register with the sun?
Is the world round or flat in D&D, and do I know that information? It doesn't change what I'm about to say. It just sits up top and watches the whole flat world.
Okay, I feel like I might.
Dude, there's weird
I
people
don't
that
know
don't know
whether
this, so
I
don't
know.
if you-
I
It's
kind of want to know if Hero knows if it's flat or not, so
Yeah.
I can take a look.
so
at
the
it
world is also. I mean, that makes
It's gotta
sense. I've
be
never
round
seen a
because
curve.
there's extraterrestrial.
Well,
So-
it's fair. It is round.
Right, it's like there's
But, like,
there's thickness to
I
it,
just
but like the
assumed
top
that,
is
you know
just
that?
like a plate.
Right, it's
I feel
just like a big
my
block.
God, this is
Yeah.
And then we're in like the support right now.
Yeah.
So we're
I
what
just-
keeps you on
Right.
top.
understand.
They have
Okay.
some explanation. For the
So
world.
the world is flat. The sun watches over all, except for those of us smart enough to avoid its evil gaze.
Or lucky enough to just be born underground. Why do you think we make shelters?
That's what it. Well, you. So you live in the sun, but you hide yourselves from it most of the time.
We try to.
This is not. Why don't you just live down here? You could do that all the time without even trying.
Have you? I mean,
Found the hole.
you've been to the cities down here, haven't you? We literally prefer to be ruled over by a giant ball of fire.
Well,
It's better.
is it?
Yes.
It seems
It's
unlikely.
further away.
How big is it?
I don't know. It's really big though.
But it's far away.
Yeah, like people can fly really high. Like people have. Do you know about teleporting?
Yeah.
Yeah, people have tried just teleporting to it and it never works. So it's pretty far away.
And sometimes it
There's
works,
a lot
and
of
then it'll
gears
come back.
spinning right now.
You're like blowing his mind
Yeah, this is so.
with the things you're
I'm
saying.
just like trying to.
I was like, what
Well,
would
it's-
Bryn and Yormik talk about? And then I realized
Is it mortal?
well, it has never died.
Oh my god.
there's really old
Yormik is
stories
going
about
to
it.
destroy the sun.
It seems
that's-
possible.
The issue is
There's my
all
one
you know
shot.
is fire.
There's the plot.
And fire would just make it stronger.
No.
It'd be like me feeding
So have you ever tried to stop like a? There's no forest. Down
Yes.
here. Never mind. Have you? So sometimes you can like I don't. Yeah, that's a good point. I will train for at least a week trying to learn ice spells, and if that doesn't work, then I give up. But we'll
Okay.
see.
But you also have to be able to throw them further than mages can teleport.
All right. Well, the gravity is stronger under the dark, so when I get to the top side, I can unleash. Everybody knows this.
Was it a 1 and a 2 for
No,
you
it's a
guys?
3 and a 3. But
My
it doesn't
deception is
matter.
a 10.
My insight isn't. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you have the weight of the whole,
Whole
top.
thing, yeah. We're really restricted. That's why most of us are short. It's the gravity just.
Yeah, I can,
Squishes you down.
I can
the
tell
drop.
you look like a normal person, but just squished and kind of.
That's
straight-
what they
yeah,
tell me.
like-
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, I'm not. Well, anyway, we're so.
I'm just shaking my head.
I have to. I'll look at
In
the
your
sun
sleep.
once.
I'm a no, I'm not. So
Does it? Do you? Are there like? Is there a mask that I can wear to protect my eyes?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is there?
yeah.
Like anything that I can like use to make it less painful to look at the sun?
Yeah, actually, if you could wear a mask down here to prepare yourself, that would probably work well.
I could probably find something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just anything to cover your face.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Do you have like a veil?
Not on me.
Okay. I'm gonna spend the rest of my watch attempting to make a veil.
Let me know if he succeeds, because I have plans.
Don't you live have a hat disguise?
Can
I
I?
haven't had a disguise.
Right, but he needs a
I need-
physical thing because like the disguise doesn't
Oh.
actually
Yeah.
appear like do that function the same way.
I guess.
What were you saying, Bryn?
If he succeeds, I would just like to know.
I rolled a 12 at whatever this is. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I have a 12 to start.
What are you trying to
I rolled a
construct a
12.
veil out of?
Do I get to make a veil?
He rolls before describing how
Yeah.
it's happening.
No, yeah. Tell me what,
do
you're
I
attempting
have?
to
Let's
do,
see here.
and then we'll roll
Let's
something.
see what I
What's your
have.
Maybe.
handle animal look like?
Okay. So I have a set of playing
We're
cards.
terrible. We're just like glossing over that glove.
I have a backpack. Maybe I could wear out the fabric from this backpack. Well, I probably need that for the stuff that I'm carrying.
There you go.
Dumps his back. Puts the bag over his head.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep thinking about this.
You're gonna leave. He's like, oh wait, right, I needed this.
Yeah. We'll come back to it.
I'm just gonna minor illusion things in front of his face.
I know where like precious metals are. Is there anything that looks like it might have gems behind it in this tunnel?
In this random
This
stone
random
tunnel.
Yeah.
Make a perception check looking for random precious gems or metals.
That's I get so
Look at
16.
Don't you have something for rocks?
I do. I have +6 to rocks, but I don't know if this is.
Yeah, it's rocks.
Okay,
Gemstones.
22.
Rocks.
Nope.
Well,
I had a feeling the higher we could make the number, the funnier it would be.
anticipate me
31.
continuing to look.
You're
for-
very sure that you do not see any precious metals or gems
Look,
anywhere in sight.
I would dig for it, but
I just
In
keep
this dirt?
Just
thinking.
take a plastic shovel to
I just-
a rock.
No, you get large self and then dig.
I illusion different masks over his face. Just like gnome face. I do like Nero's helmet. I do globicles, which is really subtle.
wait, didn't Zatuo have something that like made it easier for him to see down here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about that, but backwards?
Hard
Do-
to see?
They,
Well,
they
no,
have
under-
sunglasses, right? Like sunglasses are a thing which exists in D&D.
I imagine that if goggles that let you see in the dark exist,
But it's not like
not
quite
a
as
problem.
debilitating on
But,
average.
well, they would have stained glass.
At the very
though.
least, I know I know there's literally a magic item that does this,
Right.
but you certainly don't have one of those. I mean, people wear hats, and I'm sure somewhere someone has spectacles, the equivalent of sunglasses.
I mean, I also feel like
Probably not very common. Probably way more
since a
common
lot
to
of
just
the
wear a
other
hat.
races are so susceptible to the light, they may have come with something to help track them their travel.
Oh, if you're rich enough, there definitely is.
Yeah.
There's a specific named NPC who I know for a fact has the item called a knave's eye patch. And it literally is just like, fuck your sunlight sensitivity.
It's a really good item.
It is.
And it's expensive.
and his name's Flint.
No.
Nope.
Oh, that's too bad.
He's a much
He
cooler
also
name.
has a big hat. So what does he need the eye patch for?
Oh, well, you see, the eye patch does all the work. The hat just looks good.
See, I'm going to spend the next like 10 minutes explaining the physics of how hats protect you from the sun.
This
I have
is.
a hat in my bag.
But it's tricky because the sun's always moving.
Yeah.
Is there a hat I could hold that would cover my entire like I could hold it like this and then it would just be over?
I'm going to make an illusion of a burlap sack. Yes.
I'm gonna take the wand and be like I could put it on a stick and I could like hold it so I could still see. That's
Well,
important.
the burlap is like has little holes and you can kind of see out of it.
We'll table it. That's the leading option at the moment, but I'll
my
figure it
favorite
out
of
when
them.
we get up there.
It's my favorite of them.
Yeah.
You said it.
It's quite the night, isn't it?
Well, it's been a while since she's had to
Had to
sit
deal with
through
it.
All right. Anything else this evening?
No, I think that's enough
Flat
damage
Earth.
done.
Yeah. Flat Earth Society.
For the day. Oh, that's why.
Okay. So, once again, your evening passes uneventfully.
Are we sure that the D&D world isn't flat?
No.
Even I'm not
I'm
sure.
not
That's why I didn't want to
positive. Yeah.
definitively get an
I
answer.
don't. Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
but
that
it's
it's
turned out
probably
well.
the same situation where, like, you know, people don't
No.
fly all over the world constantly. It's probably round, but like,
probably round.
who's to say? I don't know.
There's
All
no-
the maps they show me are flat.
I
so-
can't see
Well, it really depends for the people on the edges of the map.
It's there's extraterrestrial bodies, so
I can't see a curve.
it's definitely around.
Sometimes cities float, but I don't know if the world's round.
I don't know either.
There's gotta be. There's a day and night cycle.
Yeah, but no, I haven't.
There's
seen
also
Flat Earth
like
model
a
where it's
bunch of
just like a
deities.
little-
So
It's all like fantasy.
no,
like, you
but
can
the
construct
sun
some
stares at
physics
you and
system
rules
which
over
allows
you
for
the
this.
whole
Right.
time you're up there.
We
So
literally have devices where the sun tells us what time it is so we can make our day go.
All right,
That's true.
It just goes like big carousel. Just
yeah, the sun rises.
Well, no, it
really
just
rise,
goes
it just
underneath
spins
the
up.
flat world.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
I will just never.
I mean, you're smarter
be
than I
okay
am,
with this.
so if she thinks it's flat Earth, then that's
you
what it
can
is.
you can try all you want. I will never be okay with
Someone
this.
in chat has to know if this.
No,
world's
the makers
flat.
of D&D are smart enough to make the world round.
It's way more fun if it's flat.
Roll a history check.
Me?
Yeah.
God.
So Vera gets to decide.
Oh, no. I don't want this pressure.
I should know that the world is round because I have a deity that's in outer
11?
space.
11.
And
The
on a
also
different
flat moon.
plane. Hey, they're on planes.
You're pretty sure the world's not flat.
Okay.
It's at least
I
curved.
feel like that's pressure. I don't think she's seen
It's a
it.
semicircle.
I haven't
It's
seen
just-
it, but I have read that the Earth is actually a big ball and round.
Yeah, they
People
say
would
that
fall off.
somebody got in a dirigible and flew all the way around it.
Fall off.
What? How do you? What? So you're saying that, like there's people in the bottom?
I don't pretend to know how exactly how it works. I just know people make a study of this.
Like
and
if you can show me that it's round, I'll believe you.
well, if you can teleport us into far enough away so we can see it, then
That was all we needed.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that sometime.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Tabled. Alright.
If we want to
And
get to the
that's
surface,
how Jorvik learned his fourth
if we
level
want to get to
spell.
the surface, we can go find the college or something, and we can go talk to them, and we can get to the bottom of it. It's not my area of study.
In the fourth
As per my 11.
It wasn't
Alright.
my focus. I wasn't a geologist. I studied magic.
Talking about stone. you say. All right. So we should probably walk, and I just point down the tunnel. Like that way, it feels good. Today.
All right, sounds
Does,
great.
wait,
Let's
wait,
go.
does our watch finish? Did our watch go by uneventfully? Okay.
It did.
Cool.
And you're pointing in the right direction this time.
Yes. It's very confusing. There's not a lot of like markers or anything like that.
Okay. So you all awaken, more or less rested, and praise the sun.
And get Solaire.
So they said praise the sun before, worship the sun, or like the sun rolls over us. I'm like, oh, it's perfect. Just like pull out your little guy.
Stick it in the middle.
Vera is finally starting to look mostly healthy now.
Yeah. So you guys mount up and head off down the tunnels once again.
Well,
One of you mounts up, probably.
I guess two if it's small people.
If it's me, I am pretty small.
Somebody can probably.
I
ride with
prefer gnome.
you. Who the hell are you?
Just this random seventh person, just another gnome. They're just like, I have literally been here the whole time.
What's your name? Well, he's
Hi.
Greg.
My name is Sebastian.
Oh, I thought it was Greg.
Okay, so yeah, you guys head off again for the day. You head down a tunnel for several miles.
Is that you, Greg?
It's
Greg.
Struggling so hard.
You guys head down the tunnel for several miles. Not much catches your eye until you come upon the beginning of a field of Phaserus.
Oh. Finally. Some color.
You guys figure out what we're doing. I'm gonna go with this.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks like the usual effervescent, glowing yellow-green.
Why
Looks
is
like
everyone
it
complaining
is.
all of a sudden?
Oh,
I'm
not
not
this
sure.
again.
Oh, this shit.
Yes, this shit.
Fucking Underdark.
Just hold your breath for a little while.
That's not how magic works, Dromic. You cast magic.
Well, it's
Oh, there's an idea.
magic to make it. I also have another idea.
Oh, enlighten us.
It's gonna work for 2 of us.
Yeah.
Just the
It might just land us in the middle of more of this, but I can get us through the first 500 feet.
you would need to know where the tunnel is 500 feet from there.
I'm gonna gamble that it's not just stone.
Gamble. That is the problem. Because if you are wrong, say it takes a swift turn to the left, and you go 500 feet forward,
It's gonna be a problem.
you are shunted to the nearest not being inside of stone space, taking like 1d6 force damage for every 10 feet of that you get shunted.
I think
So you could basically like
I think it's
splint
different
yourself
from-
on another person.
I think it's different from D-Door, and it just fails to transport you.
Wait, that's what he said, Didor, though.
I
Right?
have Dimension Door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or are you saying Dimension Door is different and doesn't do that?
Yeah.
I should know what my spells do.
Probably.
Thank you for liking my tweet, Dad. By the way.
Is he watching?
Hopefully.
Hi, Jordan's dad, maybe.
Or maybe not.
Dude,
Tune in next week.
get with it.
Either way, I don't think that's the move here, so we can continue talking about it until we eventually walk into the Phaserus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, we're
going.
going.
I will step into...
D&D Beyond Your Hype is killing me right now.
It's also slow for me.
It won't load the spell. I just want to like load the spell Dimension Door, and it's just like, nah, we're
It
good.
should be on my spell. Hang on. It's okay. I'll look it up. You don't need to know that now. I'll find it and I'll let you guys know. Oh wait, we have the deck of cards.
Okay. Yeah. So the tunnel, past this point, is effused with Phaserus. So you guys head it, or
Yeah.
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 Or turn back and just walk all the way back.
We're going home. I will climb up. where
done.
I
Let's just go be slaves. Let's just go back to Velkenhelm. This is so much more trouble than it's worth. No. So you guys head into the Phaserus.
fell. It's easier.
Jim Jar makes sure to like get his hood up before he heads in.
Dope.
But yeah, you guys enter the Phaserus and continue down the tunnel. After a few hundred more feet, though, the tunnel opens up to a flat shoreline in front of a large body of water. The entirety of the chamber that you're in is suffused with the Phaserus, and it's the only reason that you can see the several hundred feet across to the other side of this body of water. It's some kind of inlet, or it's like an enormous pond or a really small lake, that kind of size. And
Do you think I could fly across it?
what?
Do you think I could fly across it? I assume so. 10 minutes of flying, it's just 60.
Yeah, it's a few hundred feet. It's not. Yeah, you could definitely fly across.
Does it look like there's a shoreline, or is this just like a sheer drop into the water?
No, so the tunnel that you just emerged out of brought you
Yeah.
to a shoreline that when you get closer to the water, the stone becomes like dirt and mud and muck,
Okay,
and then
but it looks like
The
you can go
shoreline.
around it.
the shoreline does not extend like fully
Okay, so
around it that
it's-
you can see.
Okay.
I will say that sometimes those spells on the entire spell on them.
It's okay. You got it.
Well, this is not great.
Does anyone know a boat maker?
I know a guy who could take a lot of. I know a guy who could take a lot of big boats and turn them into small boats.
Well, what you need is someone who can take no boat and turn it into a real boat.
We just swim, right? Wait, did we figure out how deep it was?
We just got it.
Sorry. Yeah, that's fine.
It's like,
I was checking.
It's like he sees the ocean for the first time in the distance. Do we know how deep it is?
Yes.
It's probably only 10 feet deep. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's totally fine.
Sure. Let's throw you in and find out.
That was part of the idea.
You want to check and see, try and figure out if there's anything lurking.
Yeah. I mean, seems like the best move. I want to get up towards the edge a little bit, or towards the, like, wherever the water is.
Sure. Yeah, you step up kind of into the muck near the shoreline.
Yeah. And
Just the tail end of like the slight waves kind of lapping up around your boots.
And I want to go a little bit left, like start walking around on the shoreline to the left a little bit to see if it continues or if it cuts off.
So
Not too far to be out of sight from them, though.
Sure. Yeah, you head about like 50 to 60 feet down like the left hand side of the shore. The phaser sort of has this whole chamber illuminated enough that after a little while you can see that the shoreline narrows into just stone wall again.
So
You can also see that at a certain point that this body of water is sort of I forget the correct term for it, but there is a river, or like a flow of water leaving this pond, lake, and flowing further to the, that would be like northwest-ish.
Okay. And that's when I go to the left side of it. Okay. So there appears to be, I'll go back to them. So it looks like to the left, there's a river that's this here lake, I suppose, is the source of. But it's going like northwest, not the way we want to go. But the shoreline cuts off basically, so we can't walk around that side.
Well, if the river is flowing that way, then something must be feeding it. There might be another river on the other side,
Possibly
but it could also be
this,
something from the ceiling.
right?
Then there could be a way around on the right. It's hard to say.
Let's go check it out. Head to the right.
We were coming to the same conclusion.
Yeah, us too.
Yep.
Sure. No, so you head down the right-hand side of the shoreline, and this direction you go for 100, almost 120 feet before you see a similar mirrored site where the shoreline fades into stone and just the water. But you do see another, the seeming like intake of water into this
Okay.
pooling
Is
area.
that a tributary?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to say the word estuary is like what this is, but I don't know.
I think an estuary is like a shallow inlet with a bunch of marine life.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not
right.
necessarily.
But we're not marine biologists. We're
It's fine.
Wait.
It might be a pond with a river running
I
through
am
it.
a marine
natural
biologist.
He's a marine biologist.
Google that shit. Tell me what this is.
All right.
There's a river coming in this way, and then a big ass pond lake, and then a river going out that way. You tell me what it is, Mr. Marine Biologist.
So the shoreline cuts off for me, like near this
Basin?
opening that that's this tributary is coming in to this basin.
Not directly. It's probably another 60 to 80 feet further down.
So like shoreline cuts off. That opening is like 60 feet down from me, 60, 80 feet down. And then can I see an opposing shoreline over there, or is it just sheer cliff again?
You could
Sure,
no.
wow.
When you entered the room, you could see
The shoreline.
the opposite shoreline.
Okay.
Just barely. It was hazy.
Mhm.
You can see stalagmites and stalactites. Like
Yeah.
the ceiling of this chamber is relatively illuminated
Mm.
and visible. It's over 100 feet up, but like it's still not that far. Just it's lit up. It's like you could see it
Okay.
in daylight.
Does it seem like it's closer from the end of the shoreline where I'm at to where it starts, kind of on the curve? Does it seem like it's closer to get to the shoreline there, or is it going to be just as much to go straight across as it would be from where we're at, or from where I'm at?
River we got attacked.
It would be
Last time we crossed
so
the river,
so
we got
the
attacked by the water.
the width of the body of water is not substantially different from like one end of the shoreline to the
Yeah.
other as far as like straight across or direct routes.
Yeah.
but the way this chamber is, or this cavern is structured, like if you had like a climber's kit or whatever, and we're trying to like you laterally scale the wall that one time, you could get over top of like the stone where the river comes in.
Okay.
You could get
so
over
it's
that.
climb level.
Yeah, it's not like totally sheer.
Yeah. Okay.
Certainly wouldn't be easy to do,
Yeah.
but it's doable.
So, I don't suppose anybody has any, was it pitons? Pitons?
Pitons.
Well, hang on, how many of us are there?
6.
You do?
Yes, I do know who did.
Yeah, I know Wickham did.
So I can take at least one other person across.
Well, what I'm thinking is if we had somebody...
I can get myself across.
I could.
Your
cast-
gloves are swimming?
How do you?
No.
How about Nero? How will you think your
Someone could use my gloves.
horse would be if he started to fly around?
It'd be fine. This horse is capable of doing whatever I needed to.
I think he could probably shuttle all of us one at a time across.
There'd be enough time?
Last for 10 minutes.
You could certainly give it a try. And Yormik can come over with whoever else doesn't make it if you can just make it across, right?
Does it look like it's less than 500 feet?
Across to the other shoreline?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a little less than 500.
Perfect. Alright.
I mean,
Well, let's do it. That sounds like the best plan. Our past experience with water was not good, so
Yeah, I remember it was the first thing we did.
prefer to not touch it.
I don't know, some of us could probably use a bath, but
Not in this water.
Is there like stone sufficient that I could like climb the stone to the other side?
What do you mean? What manner of climbing, I guess? Are you
Rock climbing.
the same.
A skilled boulderer could probably do it without a harness. It would take a series of athletics checks for Bryn to do it.
With advantage.
What do your gloves do?
They give me +5, not advantage.
Oh,
that's
Statistically,
Pretty
very
good.
simple.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah.
pretty good.
But it stacks with advantage, so it's almost better. And they let me move my normal speed while climbing.
Cool.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna go with the flying route, and
Seems pretty alright.
and we can.
I'm gonna start by trying to climb. I can like.
Is this a flat river meets the lake meets the flat river going out, or is there more way on there?
No, it's fairly level. Yeah.
So where would Bryn be climbing?
He would be basically going down to the edge of the shore where it stops being shore and starts being stone cavern wall.
Oh.
And then like sort of taking an arc over the opening where the river goes and descending
I
back
see.
down.
How far is that?
That's probably
Maybe like 160.
Get your calc-
that's
Calculus
probably about 500 feet because of the arc.
Okay.
We'll estimate it's
Oh,
about
right,
500
because you gotta
feet.
go up to.
Easy.
Can I
It's
cast
just
spells
40
while
seconds.
falling?
You only have to climb for 500 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends how far you fall in 6 seconds.
That's like 20 rounds of climbing.
What?
You fall
500
in
feet.
6 seconds, by the way.
But if he double moves though, and he climbs at normal
Oh, that's
speed,
only 5 rounds.
so 60 to no, that's more than 5 rounds.
Oh no, you're right. 10.
It's like
9.
8 or 9 rounds.
Yeah.
You got that? How hard could it be? It's just water.
9 athletics checks.
I'll let you do 5 athletics checks.
If you really want to do this, if you want, I can sort of be on your mount. What is his name? Is his name?
Doesn't have a name
Your
yet.
horse? I think Nero's horse.
thought you named
I could probably
I don't
help you
remember what
in
it was.
case you fell.
I'm gonna minor illusion like a fish that I would have seen probably in the Dark Lake district in the water. See if anything goes for it. Just like as far out into the water as I can.
Okay. I mean, I think it's only like a 30-foot range.
Why don't we just have your ferry strategy of ferrying people over?
That's an option.
Does anything happen when I do that?
But it must have some reason.
Okay.
There's a
Your
fish.
fish illusion remains. Guys, a
Fish.
Yorick spots the illusion.
I throw a javelin at it.
Dinner time.
So what are we? So we're making the horse fly, or using the horse fly to get over the water.
This is the best thing I can think of.
Okay. Oh, we're making the horse fly.
Yeah.
I thought you were carrying people.
Oh,
No,
So
the
the
horse
horse
is
will
carrying.
fly, and I will take, as long as we can get everybody except me and one other person over, then we'll be fine.
In 10
Sure.
minutes, it should not be a problem, I would think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just do that then.
Yep.
Right.
All right.
Let us circumvent any potential encounter chemicals.
Can we let's send
Hopefully.
I think Vera should go first, so that either first or last, so that your concentration on the spell won't be broken.
I would say in
First.
Oh.
in the middle.
In the middle.
Actually, no. She
If
should
I
go
go-
last with Yormik.
I go over
Because
there.
Yormik, you can just bring her with you, right?
I believe
then you don't.
it's
need
a
to
very
fly, but-
new feeling and sensation.
One willing person can go
Yes.
with you.
So she has to be willing.
And if we happen to teleport into a rock, we just
Yes,
take
York grabs
40.
my arms like, come with me, trust me.
It's fine. you'll be
understand.
fine. I will light up my sword when everybody else
Half
is
of
over,
Yormik
so that
appears
you know
on the other
exactly
side.
where to go.
Half of
Fantastic.
York appears on the other side.
Oh, good job. Oh, God.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. I'll cast Fly on Nero's unnamed horse.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Great.
Oh, yep, this is great.
Oh, because
Teleported outside Grackle Stew.
13.
Okay.
Oh,
Mhm.
stupid cast
You
of
feel
magic
your,
in the
uh,
phasers.
Spell take effect.
Do I feel anything weird happen? Seems normal. All right, let's go. You're good to go.
Great. All right.
I forgot.
So-
The phasers messes with it, and the flying controls are backwards, so the horse just backs into the wall.
The horse
Right.
slams into the ground and backs into the wall.
All right.
It has
who's
4
going-
broken legs, but it can still fly.
For
Kind
9
of.
minutes and 30 seconds.
All right.
Jim Jar, get on the horse.
Sending Jim Jar first.
Jim-
What if there's
Uh,
something?
He and you.
Nay.
Maybe he can go invisible, yes? He can go invisible, but you would go last. Can you go invisible? Jim Jar?
I can. No, that's not one of my.
Can we send Nero over first? He's the one that'll
They
survive
can send two
an
on the
assault.
horse. The horse is
Alone.
so big.
All right, I'll go.
2. Send 2.
Let me just go first. If it falls, then I'm
Okay,
the only one
yeah.
falling in.
That's fair. That's a good point.
All right, let's go. I jump on and
I love the power I have when you fly over the lake. Actually, like jump concentration.
I will my horse to go.
Gate. Yes.
Magic is great.
You know things are going exactly how you expect when you say you're going to do something and the DM starts Googling things.
Well, no, I just
You're
like.
just doing some shopping, I'm sure.
Yeah,
no, so
definitely.
like
Looking for more
fly. If you
menus.
cast fly on another person, I don't know if you can just be like, cool, yeah. I just like daisy chain grab people and fly with them.
Riding on the horse, getting on the back of the horse,
Yeah.
and the horse
Right.
is flying.
Flying horse.
Pegasus, ever heard of one?
Yeah. Those.
Brian, put wings on the horse.
They're like 2.5 feet long.
Yeah. And you don't move.
I'm not even sure if they track with the horse sound.
Falling.
Oh, for 1 second it looked really good.
Falling.
Every 6
fire.
seconds it looks fine.
So we need to fix that.
I'm not spending a major illusion on it. On this bit.
We need to fix the re-renders on those.
Okay.
On those wings.
Yeah. So who's hopping on the horse first?
Me.
Okay.
Me.
You are on your horse.
Indeed. I will it forward. Let's go.
It starts
On the
trotting
way.
into the. No, I'm just kidding. It's like, sweet, we're going for a bath. No,
Submarine
you
horse.
feel it rise up off the ground and sort of just hover, fly forward. it takes it's like 60 feet per.
What's the fly speed?
I'm pretty sure it's 60, but hold on.
So we can
Probably
go
takes about
120.
a minute to
Yeah,
cross.
60 feet.
60 feet, so it can go 120 in a round.
If it double move, if it don't.
Double move,
Yeah.
120 in 6 seconds.
Zoom.
Okay, so it probably takes total, like picking
Like
it
getting
up, taking
on and
off,
going.
landing. It probably takes 90 seconds for a round trip.
Okay.
A round trip, so there and then sending it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if it was like just dead sprint, it's 5
Yeah.
rounds. So,
Yep.
Okay.
Well, 4 because 120,
So-
you get that extra 100 feet.
Eldith
Elidith
All right.
and Jim Jar
Jim
too.
Jar together.
and Jim
Yeah,
Jar.
that are both
Yeah.
little.
I mean,
I'm also small, but that's yeah.
I am a full-grown woman who don't need no Zwerfneblen on this
What
horse.
do I
No,
see
it's,
on the
it's
side?
taller than me. Okay, so
What do I see on the
Check that
side
point for
when
us.
I land?
Valid point. On the other side, you see, it's not muddy on the shore over here, but it's instead sort of covered in like jagged stones.
waving against like flaming.
Like
It's
I don't know if you've
fine.
ever been
Like,
on
the
a
motorcycle
beach where it's
see
like
behind him.
mostly rocks or small stones and pebbles. And this side of the beach is kind of like that.
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
And that's sort of indicative of the terrain past that point. The cavern continues to be fairly tall, still filled with Phaserus, but you just see tons and tons of stalagmites and stalactites, just
Okay.
giant teeth the whole way through this cavern past the edge of your vision.
All right. I'll say Ignium, light up my Moon Touch Greatsword, and just like wave it like a. Well, what are the people on the runway?
Do you have a sending stone?
What are no? Regardless, I'm waving my
Oh, wait,
glowing
I
sword.
have-
Okay.
I have one of them.
You all see Nero's sword ignite on the other side.
I think that's him.
Another 90 seconds goes by. Eldith and Jim Jar are plopped onto the beach alongside you. It comes back again.
Bryn.
Sure.
Bryn Sanity hops on. Another 90 seconds.
Man, that was Bryn Sane.
Then us.
Could probably just be on the horse.
What do you want to do? You see?
Well, there's this thing that I dreamed about. It felt like I could do it, but I've never done it before. I think the horse. The horse is probably better.
It's your call.
I thought you dreamed about an octopus.
Let's go horse. It was an interesting dream. Horse.
No,
I think
by
horse.
a lake.
Alright, so we
By the river.
we horse across.
Okay.
Giddy
Uh,
up, giddy up, giddy up. Let's go.
So. Oh, so you're both riding on the same
Yeah.
trip? Okay.
A kraken jumps out of the water.
Uh, so,
respawn my horse.
You mount up.
Largemouth bass.
you help Vera up onto the horse as well, and it takes off again, flying over the water.
Do I see any movement in the water?
Not at first.
Oh.
No.
Ah! Yay! Yeah, we could have done something else.
Still can.
So,
True.
Hey, we got 3 or 4 trips across just fine. Why we had any reason to think this wouldn't work?
It's not like it knew it was the last one or anything.
Stop it, you medicating pitcher.
what is the AC of
Horse.
the horse?
Of the average flying magical
12,
horse.
Yeah.
but it's really good at dodging.
Hypothetically.
Oh wait, where's my horse page? Like this. He's got an 11.
An 11. Okay.
11.
So
Miss.
all at once, the
I dismiss
water
my horse and they
seems to be doing the same motion.
Sounds about like-
You're about halfway across.
Yep.
Tracks. When all of the sudden this huge, like reptilian type head beak shoots out of the water and snaps up on the horse and you guys.
Wait, what did it roll? And can I try Cutting towards it.
Are you within like what? What's your distance?
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
good point.
60 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be.
Yeah.
As soon as we,
Oh man.
I don't know how this is gonna play out mechanically, but as soon as that thing comes into contact, I will dimension door, grabbing Vera and just getting
Thanks,
things.
There's several things I would like to do as well.
So
Oh,
How much damage
doesn't
did
come out of
my horse
water?
take? Oh man,
so it is this giant
it's a turtle crocodile.
Oh,
turtle
yikes! That's
gator
real
looking
bad.
monstrosity.
Fight it.
That just
No.
like launched straight up and just like plucked your mount out of the sky. Vera and Yormik, you get just lucky enough that you don't actually get like grabbed by the bite, but obviously you're both just tossed off the back of this horse.
How much damage did it do to the horse?
Well, so you're not that high, like off the water,
Oh.
because like you guys are having this horse go for
Beeline.
good. Yeah, no, I mean
Okay.
you're having to make like straight shots across the
Yeah.
water to make sure that you could get everyone there in 10 minutes. And so it's not you're not gonna fall far enough that you're would take falling damage from hitting the water here.
Gotcha.
So you can still do it if you want. I'm just saying you
Am I 10 feet or less?
you were probably about 30 feet over the water. This thing was fucking enormous.
It's real big. It's big.
It's big.
It's big.
I'll do it.
It's so
It's
big.
a first level spell.
Okay.
And
Featherfall.
And it's
So you're like tossed and tumbling forward. All of a sudden, you're like, all of a sudden, you slow your roll.
Hey.
No, but you find yourself just like slowly just descending
it would
at
take
this
us.
point.
We basically descend 10, or every second we descend 10 feet.
Oh wow.
That's pretty slow.
That is pretty slow. Okay.
So, after you're tossed, after you feather fall, I'll say you could each then have an action before you hit the water.
Can I grab Vera's ankle or something? Like, reach back and be like,
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yeah, because I know you were ready for the possibility of maybe we'll need to whip this trick out.
Not knowing that he can do this, I think I'd be trying to cast Fly.
6, 8. 8.
8,
8.
you miss.
Yep. Makes sense.
So Yormik, thrown off by the change in the speed that he's like flying through the air, reaches for you.
Does it help that
Comes
I'm
up with
Does it
nothing.
help that I'm trying to reach him too? For you. Because I was gonna cast Fly on both of us.
Oh, because you can upcast it.
Yeah.
Okay. You also make a dexterity saving throw.
it's like rolling with advantage because they're both like,
Right.
Oh man.
Oh, we're so dexterous.
So you both just like wildly like flail, trying to reach out
There's,
for
like-
each other,
we're like-
and just miss and slip and splash into the water.
Yay.
Is my horse-
When you land,
Yeah.
you're probably only about 10 feet apart, so not super far from one another. Your horse,
How much damage?
your horse is very dead.
Oh,
Fight it.
But find the number. We need to know.
so how much damage? Yeah, let's see.
It's a lot.
No.
Fight it. It's fine. We're fine.
20 points of
Oh, so
piercing
close.
damage.
So close. What? It's gonna be so unsatisfying for that thing. It's like, and then just like
Right, no,
collapse.
like it goes up. It's like gets a mouthful of something, and then it's just gone. It's not
I
there
actually think
anymore.
that it turns into like a very bitter dust when it disappears.
And it's now that thing's jaw hurts because it just slammed it shut, expecting
Ha.
there to be
Can't
resistance.
fight again. It's a recharge.
Gonna need it.
Okay, so
Except it's 1 through 6 on a D6.
Initiative.
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll an initiative, each of you in the water.
Okay. That's a 15.
17.
Okay. So 17, you'll act first.
Okay.
But if
I would.
you have time, you can say something too. So.
I can just touch me and we'll get over there.
As I'm swimming towards you, like, come here, I'll make us both fly.
We
But
can
you-
just be there.
I know, but you say
Yeah,
that.
no, that's fine.
Yeah, do that.
That's better. That's better.
And so I'll use my move action to get, or my whole, everything I have to get him.
Okay. Yeah, kicking, swimming, flailing. You manage to to doggy paddle 10 feet and get a hand on Yormik's shoulder.
I'll also,
No,
just in case he doesn't get the spell off. No, never mind.
Yep.
Fancy, I have to
It's
use the
totally
spell
gonna get it
action.
off. It's fine. Great. Nothing bad can happen in the Phasers with this giant turtle.
Oh, definitely not.
It's fine.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was my worry.
Dimension door, please. If I go next, I don't.
please
know
roll a
what to-
d20. You are second.
Okay.
So I have my standard action, right? 'Cause
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, this is fine. It's a 4.
Okay.
I can
I
take
think
dodge,
that's
right?
okay.
Do you want to take dodge action in the water?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's
I'm a very good swimmer, Kevin.
Dude, this thing's mouth.
Kidding.
You
I'm
could.
kidding.
It doesn't matter how much you dodge. You probably have to swim like 20 feet just to get out of its mouth.
As I was
Right.
saying that, I'm like, that probably doesn't make sense.
yeah.
4.
Okay. No, but
Four
4.
comes up. You spin
Uh,
around and are still just in the mouth.
Ah!
You, Vera's hand on your shoulder, and you just picture yourself over there, standing next to Nero on the nice dry shore, glowing sword in hand, and you're standing on the beach. Boop, boop, boop.
Am I with him?
There's
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought like that.
Let go at the last second. Oh, I forgot something. Oh.
Fuck! I thought I forgot.
You want me? What the hell?
I mean,
No, you're fine. It's
unless you don't intend
No,
to
I
bring a
would
willing
absolutely-
participant.
He's just like me yelling at you. Don't worry, you're fine.
And that's why you don't drop concentration on fly randomly.
All right.
Come here.
And you poof, you're standing on the beach. The rest of you, like, just watched this happen. Like, taking a second to be like, what the shit are we gonna do? And suddenly, Yormik and Vera are standing beside you on the beach, and where they were a moment ago, splashing around in the water. They appear on the beach beside you, and you see the mouth just come up one more time under where they were, and like shoot up and come up and miss. And the large form of this creature goes back under the surface of the water.
I would like to reach into the water and cast Shocking Grasp.
I help.
Fuck you, dude!
Well, that was a good trick. Yormik, that was incredibly fortunate that you... why have you not done that before?
I don't know that I couldn't, but probably it's a new thing.
Well, I am very grateful. Thank you.
It just kind of happens.
You only one
No,
less
it's
now.
great.
Yeah, and one
There you
less.
go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can we just do that? Like how far? I just asked you about teleporting.
Right. So the sun, like, maybe like 5 feet shorter than the sun is away from. It's
Maybe.
like 500 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. I could get here at least, but
We should try it.
it's a good.
How many times can you do it?
Uh,
It's probably good if you can do it at least twice.
let me try if I can go across the river. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just stand at the edge of the river.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to cast Dimension Door again, and it's not gonna work because I have no more spell slots.
Can we just like roll a d20?
Oh, that wasn't it.
Probably once, I would say. Seems.
Looks like it.
Yeah, seems
It's a
like.
good thing it's not twice.
Right.
You just teleport to the other side and just like, fuck!
Yes.
Bye, Yormik.
That was
See you tomorrow.
amazing. Okay.
So like at least once.
So, you have all managed to cross the water.
Is it still out of the water or is it underwater?
No, so it like a breaching shark, like going up for a seal or something on the surface of the water.
Does the river exit look wide enough for this thing to like travel out of this basin?
Unlikely.
Okay. We should probably trap it in here, like, and cut off its food supply so that it dies. Like if we
Why?
kill a small fish. It tried to eat me.
But it
I have a
didn't.
thing about that.
But it didn't.
It tried. I don't like it when
No,
things try
let's
to eat
go.
me. Okay.
As you guys are having this conversation, not too dissimilar from how you would see a large gator or a turtle shuffle up out of the water onto the shoreline. This huge monstrosity is coming up out of the water towards you all.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's
I'm
get
gonna
out of here.
just throw firebolts at it while we run away.
Okay. Roll like 3 spell attacks.
Do I need to roll an additional d20 for each spell?
Yeah, 3 different spell attacks. Yeah.
Right, yeah, we were rolling for. So it's a 19, a 17, and a natural 1 for the attacks.
Okay. Please roll 3 additional d20s.
19, 16, 16.
Ah, all right. No, you're just like lobbing these firebolts behind you as you sprint away. Taking the time to do that means you're bringing up the rear in the situation.
Oh, yeah.
But all of you just running and hustling away, you are able to outrun it and basically get further into this big open cavern amongst the stalagmites. And once you see it hit the point where it stops being shoreline, and for it to like continue following you, it would have to like pummel through stalagmites to actually get to you.
It takes 45 points of fire damage, which I know it's not resistant. Or I'm guessing, hoping, probably it's definitely not resistant to this, even though.
I mean, yeah. Well, also only 2 of yours hit. You rolled a natural 1 on one of the attacks.
Accurate. So 28.
So I mean, a few of them make contact, but against this creature's just enormous, immense size and the kind of shell casing around its torso region. I mean, it probably hurt, but impossible to say how much.
Because if we stand right here, we can probably kill it. We will never have to find rations again. We just can't move from behind the pillars.
It growls loudly in a way that sounds pretty similar to like a gator, like kind of snarling before it turns around and sort of scuttles in its enormous, awkward fashion back into the water.
Ha
Yeah, you showed him.
I did. Then I yep. Tried. Not even he could catch Yormik.
May I keep walking?
You'll make 1 total gator 0.
Exactly.
All right.
Man.
That was dicey.
Not bad. Okay. So, continuing to navigate through the stalagmite-filled cavern, you guys find yourselves wandering, keeping your general heading the same, but find yourselves wandering for several more hours through this cavern. You hear some occasional rumblings of distant tremors. Most of them seeming to be just very, very far away. Others seem a bit closer. One of them in particular is sourced much closer to your actual location. And it takes you a second. You have to like fight to keep your footing as the ground shakes underneath you. But you all manage to keep your feet. However, several stalactites are shaken loose from the ceiling of this chamber. So I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Everyone's probably within 10 feet of me, right?
Huh?
So +2.
I mean,
7.
do you usually go first, or where do you usually...
I'm usually first, yeah.
Okay.
I'm also usually first.
I'm always on his back, obviously.
Okay, so probably the 3 of you are within 10 feet for this.
I mean,
Because it's not like you guys are like
no,
huddled
honestly,
walking all the time.
I'm not, if he's
8.
Oh, you don't get some horseback yet. I was walking.
No, I didn't summon my horseback.
17. Without any bonus.
5.
Solid 8.
20.
Fail, pass, fail. Pass. The DC here is 15. So for Eldith, she rolls a natural 19.
At least
And for
that's not
Jim Jar,
damage.
he rolls a natural 1.
Oh,
Okay, so...
oof jar.
Oof jar. It's okay. There's a lot of 1s on these D6s. So that is 11 bludgeoning damage
Oh, that's
to each of the 3 of you who failed those rolls.
I've been bit by dragons that were worse than that.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Stalactites.
Yes. Yep. Alright.
These are sweet. They're stalactite.
There might be holding on top.
Well, stalagmites are on the ground.
Yes.
Is how I always. I don't know. Whenever, like, when you're a kid and they're teaching you
Tight
little
on the
mechanisms
ceiling.
for remembering similar sounding words, stalagmites being on the ground was it. The G.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the ground,
that's
have a
much,
G.
Stalactites
that's much better.
Stalactites are on the ceiling.
on the ceiling. Like it.
Learning geography
I remember this
or
from like
geology.
fourth grade.
geology.
Where are they, Kevin?
Ain't know much about geology. What a wonderful Underdark this would be.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys travel through this chamber for a few more hours after that. A few additional tremors here and there, but nothing quite as strong as that last one.
The Underdark is
Eventually-
great. The Underdark is great.
Somebody taught you the anthem.
Of the
I
whole
hate-
Underdark.
The whole thing.
I hate this.
You eventually reach the edge of this cavern, which gives way to another tunnel entrance in your approximate heading. You are still in the phasers at this point, but continuing on into the tunnel now would be pushing the exhaustion territory. So do you press on to get yourselves out of the phasers, or do you just bed down here for the night?
What do you guys want to do?
We don't have any way of knowing if we can get out of here tonight. I don't want to be exhausted and in the phasers.
I'm going to be exhausted either way. But that's just me.
Alright, let's pack it in.
Woo!
Hope for the best.
Sleeping.
CAMPF.
So,
Alright.
yeah,
So-
we've slept in this before. It's fine.
Yeah, it was fine last time too.
Fine.
No, last time we met Galabagul and we slept in it.
Okay. Oh man, that's the best part about this one is it has the the information about madness printed on the inside of it. A+.
Why would you need to know that?
This is just glowing phasers. This is not madness phasers.
Alright, we rest.
Okay. So you guys set up camp, bed down for the night. What are your shifts again? You're probably not sleeping again.
Same
I'm
one.
going to try and cast a ritual spell today. I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
Roll a d20.
Yeah. So before you go to bed, right?
As in, yeah.
Okay.
As I'm going to bed.
I actually am also resummoning my steed.
18?
18, you're good.
Resummoning my steed.
Yep. Give me a d20.
1.
I'm sure it's fine.
I knew it was gonna happen. I was 100% sure. I willed it to happen.
Was it in the phasers when Yormik
Yep, the tree thing.
blew pink bubbles?
It was.
No, it's Blue Bones.
Yep. Yep. There.
No way.
Pink bubbles, please.
You can't speak for the next minute. Whenever you try, pink bubbles float out of your mouth.
Does your spell complete?
Does my spell work?
Spent
Sorry, let me double
doing
check.
This whole ritual. And Alec is-
Your spell still completes.
Okay.
The bubbles are just a bonus.
All right, so I probably don't know until I try and speak that happened.
Now we
Right?
Yeah.
So my horse
The phasers
spawns.
just makes you spew pink bubbles.
Yeah.
So my horse comes up and I'm just like, sorry about. So, I do the
Just
bubbles.
blowing raspberries.
I like look down. I look back at the horse and I'm like, sorry. And then I like
Just bubbles.
I turn to like
Bubbles.
Vera and I'm like,
Bubbles. You can see bubbles.
Can we start
You
casting
wouldn't
a-
hear it.
Do we start casting a ritual spells about the same time?
probably. Yeah.
His isn't a ritual spell, even though it takes 10 minutes, but I guess so.
Mine was 10 minutes too. I'm out.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Check your Slack if you.
I
if you're
remember.
curious.
I remember this trick.
Wait, so you're what? You're
I'm out. I'm
what do you mean out?
I mean, I don't. My eyes are closed.
You're asleep. Okay.
are you
I
dead?
thought you were like out of here. I was like, wait, what? Okay, bye.
I mean, make a medicine check if you want.
She's asleep, and I'll assume such.
So I spend the
Make a
next...
perception check.
13.
13.
I can't believe we got bubbles twice.
I would be under the
Vera-
assumption that she's asleep.
It doesn't look like Vera is breathing.
What are you looking at, Bryn?
I just... Was Vera feeling
With-
okay?
If you would
No.
have gotten a crazy effect with the spell that you had just cast, could have put yourself in some real fucked up situations.
Yeah, I was thinking about this as you roll.
So here's the thing. She was feeling bad for a while.
Does it look like she's breathing?
How did that bubbles just come out? Until
Use
a
your
minute passes.
words, Nero.
I'll check for a pulse.
Okay.
Does she have a pulse?
That's why you should share your plans with your friends.
But she was casting a ritual. We saw her casting a ritual.
Yeah, then she died.
Now she's laying like we're in the
She
phase.
cast
you
power
get
word
bubbles.
kill on herself.
Yeah.
You're blowing bubble like we don't.
Does she have a pulse?
Can I talk yet?
I didn't.
So you are spewing bubbles for literally a whole minute.
Yeah.
During this time, he's like,
I would have.
Holy shit, I don't
I would
even
have
think
probably
she's-
taken a while because like so she would have been casting a ritual and then just kind of like slumps over. No, I guess if you're casting a ritual and then just kind of slump over, I'm gonna be like,
just like-
Well, I would like get in bed
okay.
and like get a pillow behind me so that when I finish the spell, I kind of. Like,
It's
fall on my
not
pillow.
less
So
disturbing.
it would have probably been a while because I'm not just gonna be staring at you as you
Right.
ritual cast for 10 minutes. So it's probably safe to say that Nero could talk at this point.
But what the hell was that?
I thought. Did you cast your bubble spell on him?
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Neither was he.
I walk over to Yormik and just pick him up.
Like, it just happens sometimes. I can't control it. Like, I just learned that I can teleport.
I mean, it's true.
How was I supposed to know that it was gonna happen?
I don't know. I guess we couldn't have known this was gonna happen either, and I just chuck Yormik as
I
far
was-
as I
yeah.
can.
I was trying.
I just throw him as far as I possibly
I
can.
just kind of look at Bryn. It's fine. You're fine. I knew you'd be fine the whole time.
Great.
It was
Now what's
supposed-
going on with Vera?
Well,
Is-
What was she doing?
so the bubble spell has a side effect. I'm not sure.
Did you kill Vera?
Not on purpose.
make a persuasion check.
Cocked. It was cocked.
Oh no, it's
But it's
worse.
still worse.
But if it was cocked, how'd you know what it was?
11, but I'm telling the truth. And it wasn't on purpose, no matter what.
He's a little nervous. There's
Yeah.
you can tell that there's definitely a part of Yormek that is a little bit afraid that he killed Vera.
It's
He's like, I'm pretty sure I didn't, but I can't completely rule out the
Right.
possibility.
He's
Nero,
very
is she
powerful.
breathing?
It's
I'm gonna go check on her and see if she's breathing.
Okay. Make a medicine check.
That's probably just
She is
15.
not breathing. Does not appear to be breathing.
Does she have a pulse?
Does not appear to have a pulse.
fuck.
Vera's dead.
You think we could like? Well, did you even try slapping her yet? I'm gonna cast Mage Hand. This big blue
Well,
hand.
Nero,
I'm just gonna
What?
slap
I can't
Vera.
bring people back to life.
but I mean, throw up.
Look,
You have
she's-
like 40 points of lay
She's
on hands.
dead. She's not breathing.
Can you
She
try?
doesn't have a pulse.
I love this so much.
I would.
Fine. I put my hands on her and put 5 points of lay on hands in there.
No, Nero, not on her heart.
Well, I was injured, so I don't know if it matters.
Restore health. I'm hitting while you're restoring health. I'm just smacking with the Mage Hand, like back and forth. Vera.
Your spell does not do any healing.
Yeah, it
Or
should,
your
because
lay on
it's-
hands.
Yeah, it shouldn't do anything because I'm just trying to cure her of some condition. Nothing.
Condition remains unchanged.
Happened. No, she's dead.
No, I'm telling you, just give me like 2 minutes.
All right.
Just hit like
Fine.
like
Yeah. Roll a d20.
Mage Hand. Oh yeah, that's right. Yikes. 14.
Darn
Okay,
it,
it's
I
fine.
wanted another one.
Your spectral hand appears. You just like lightly just
Like it
slapping
starts
her
out like
repeatedly.
kind of light, but like if that doesn't work initially, like it's gonna get. I want like
It can lift up to like 10 pounds,
Yeah, if
so you can
she's-
slap 10 pounds.
I'm gonna
worth-
be
gonna
sure.
pull her ear
I'm gonna
off.
be sure she's dead before I stop slapping.
It's gonna be the whole night.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure a mage hand's not actually like capable of
No, I can't do
inflicting
damage.
damage,
They could pull her ear off. 10 pounds.
but just like
My ears.
yoinking.
Ears attached
Really,
to ears.
yeah.
Just pulling hair, or whatever.
Seems completely unresponsive.
All right.
All
Well,
right, I'm gonna.
this gas is clearly poison.
All right,
We need
hold
to
on.
leave.
Hold on. She was casting a spell. Maybe she's not dead. Give me a minute. Or 10. So a ritual cast detect magic. 5 is the d20.
Oh, right. Okay. So no additional effects appear to occur this time.
Great.
But you don't detect any new or unusual magical effects
On her?
Vera.
Yeah, she's dead.
So I mean,
I
have
guess
to
take
her stuff,
take
right?
this.
I don't know.
Well, she's dead.
We have to go. We can take our body with us, I guess. We can put it on the horse, and we have to
I mean,
keep moving.
I could put it in the bag of holding.
The body?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We're fine.
Let's
We're
not-
fine. I can't do this. Whew.
What?
Nothing.
Didn't you speak to dead people at one point?
Yeah, I think it's
Oh.
That's not what I was thinking.
No, it's not, but I know what it has been.
Thankfully.
Yep.
Thankfully.
Wait, but you have the what's it called?
The stone.
Hey, guess
yeah,
what?
we can talk.
It within a minute.
Yeah.
No, but we're talking speak with dead.
Yeah.
Do you want to see if she's
Yeah.
okay? Like this
See
is
what
like,
happens.
Because I'm gonna have to fight you two for whatever her luck it was.
Yeah, I guess we might as well. You might as well use it.
I prepare a hypnotic pattern.
Speak with dead.
Can you?
Yeah,
talk
so
to her?
I'll pull out the crystal and attempt to speak with dead with
we
her.
we need to know why she killed herself.
God damn it.
You did this.
Yeah, well, I figured we all just go to sleep and no one would be the wiser. I was like, oops. Like immediately, like you just like, hey Vera, I just finished casting the spell. God damn it.
Well, listen, I had a magical effect occur to me on me. I'm
Yeah, well,
spitting out bubbles. I'm gonna talk to the wizard.
I didn't expect that to happen.
I'm gonna talk to the trained wizard.
I feel like, oh, Vera Pa's getting some sleep. Let's let her be.
It's
So
like, wow, Vera's like
You
had a tough time
cast-
sleeping and now looks
Do you need
dead.
that detail?
you
Okay, for
cast.
Speak With
Yes,
Oh dang, it's a
7.
Oh,
Okay.
I was very
Uh,
excited for a second.
It's really right. It's really exciting when you get to roll that.
When it's not in combat.
Right. So you cast Speak with Dead. However, you don't see the familiar, like, spectral visage of life sort of return to Vera's face. There's no,
Her soul's been bound.
there's no reaction or anything.
Nothing. So
Her soul's been bound to a different dimension.
yeah. So what does that mean? Does that mean that her soul is just gone? Like it's
It's locked in the.
Did
locked in-
Wickham's friend steal Vera's soul as punishment for us replacing him on our quest?
So she has no soul,
Yes.
So it's just a body.
and well, take her stuff.
I mean, where's your bag?
It's next to me.
Okay.
I mean, I guess how would she want to be buried? Do we burn her body?
Let's give it. So
What's
Vera,
that to give it? Not
no,
only.
no, no. Vera looked like this when she was under the mind flare.
No, she was
You
sweating.
check left.
Sure.
She was having cold sweats.
Look, okay, sure. All I'm saying is, like, let's not burn the body because that smells bad, and I'm not. Really
Well, yeah, we
No,
don't.
if
We don't
she's-
want to create a fire.
No, if her soul's been captured, we might be able to get it. Like something magical is going on.
Look, I'm
Right.
sure that there's some
but you
community
don't
somewhere.
see any magic here.
Maybe we need to get her out of the phase rush.
That must be it.
Maybe
Okay,
Should
we
now?
can try that before burning her
Should
body.
we go now?
we might as well. And who knows what's going to happen to next?
It's true.
We need to go.
We have to go.
All
We
right.
have to.
I'm the worst.
go.
All
Well,
right.
I'm Vera. I'm gonna be sneaky and cast spells without telling my friends. I hope nothing bad happens.
We will leave the
I
phaser.
put her on the horse. We leave the phase rush.
Okay.
We don't rest.
All right.
Her soul is in jeopardy.
4th level spell slots are garbage.
So, you guys put Vera's corpse on the back of the horse.
Yeah.
Is it cold?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't feel
I mean, it would still be kind of
Ri-
warm.
Right, no, it's like this whole her being dead thing only happened a half hour ago.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Okay.
So
Rescue squad.
you guys traveled down the tunnel for about a half hour. When all of a sudden Vera stirs and awakens, thrown over the back of the
Are we
horse.
still in the Phaedrus?
Yes.
Wait. We did it?
Oh, what the hell's going?
We
Oh,
saved
God damn it! Oh my God.
You're back. We saved you.
You're alive.
Oh, I give Vera a big hug. I'm just like, oh my gosh, so happy.
What the hell happened? Your pulse stopped.
You were casting
you
a
weren't
spell. We
breathing.
thought
We cast
the
Speak
Phaedrus
with dead,
must have-
and you
I
would.
wasn't dead. I'm sorry.
you didn't have a pulse. Nero, you said she didn't have a pulse.
Well, Nero
She did
was
it.
wrong.
It's a spell that makes it look like I am dead, so I could get some.
Oh well, it worked.
Yes, that was the idea. I wanted to
I
get
very
some.
quickly stop hugging Vera.
Well, that was real stupid to not tell us that you were doing that.
I just.
Oh yeah, let me just make myself look dead and not tell anyone. I'm sure no one will notice.
I didn't want to admit that I couldn't handle it. Okay, sorry.
That's. I mean, I've never admitted that either, so I can understand.
I've been on this thing for 3 days. I thought, oh, I could get an hour of peace of mind, and I didn't want any of you to think that I couldn't handle it on my own.
Well, now that we're all paying attention, go ahead and do it again.
Shut up, Yormek.
Okay, never mind.
Listen.
All right. Well, I guess we're setting up camp again.
Yeah, we are, but
Pull
listen,
out the
Vera,
lawn chair.
Yes.
it's fine. We literally had one of our people leave us because he couldn't handle it.
Wait, who's that?
Wickham.
Sensing a theme
I
here.
thought maybe in Zatuo. I'm like,
Well, he also couldn't handle it, but his head exploded.
yeah.
Well, he exploded
he,
his own
he
head.
couldn't handle it in a different way. But it's you don't have to put on any sort of front here.
I'm used
We're
to
all
this.
we're all in this together.
I'm not.
We're all in this together. There's
We're all in.
yes. There's
There's nothing
no
to be
reason
ashamed
to
of.
try and put any sort of bravado. There's no reason to be like Yormek.
Hey, I do this as a response to that. It's a complex.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I'm used to being the only competent one. I'm used to being on my own. I'm used to taking care of myself.
How many of us are there?
There's 6 of you.
6. Is that counting?
All of yours.
Okay. Well, listen. There's you and 4 other competent people here. So
Savage.
It's gonna take me a minute to puzzle out.
there's you and 4 other competent people here.
I can't believe
So-
he thinks that about Jim Jar.
I know, right? Oh yeah. Oh.
That's
Jim Jar's had a rough couple of fights.
You
Okay.
can rest this time.
I'm still thinking about it.
Well, I can try. I didn't know if I would have it was over if I would be awake or I would be sleeping. My hope was I would be sleeping,
Right.
but
Well, you
Well, you can try
you can
again.
You can.
But warn us if you're going to look dead.
all right. Sorry, but if you, I will try to warn you. But in the future, if for some reason I don't warn you and I am in my bed sack and I'm not looking alive, then I probably just want to tell you. But
Okay, so if something kills you in your bedroll, though, we just leave you there.
no, bring me with me. Bring me with you. Either
But,
way.
but we don't try to heal you or anything, even if there's a monster attacking you in it. But if you're in your bedroll and look dead, just
I mean, for all intents and purposes, I'm sure I will remember to tell you.
okay.
It's just in the events that for some reason I don't, just don't rule out the spell as a possibility.
But you could write a message in the stone.
I could just tell you.
Yeah, but you said you could forget that.
But I could also. You're right. You got the point. Yes.
Both, yeah.
Yes. You're right.
Anyways, like I was saying, 4 competent members with you.
He's standing right here.
I just.
I'm
pat
sorry,
Yormek.
Jim Jar. It's
I just-
fine.
I pat Yormek again.
You're almost home, buddy. It's fine.
All right. I'm sorry. I didn't.
It's okay.
I didn't even expect to get caught. I thought that I would go to sleep and you guys would all let me be, and I would just kind of wake up in the morning.
If nothing else, from the time we've been together, I know it
You've
hasn't
had your
been.
better planning moments.
Well, it hasn't been one of my better moments in general, honestly.
I know it hasn't been long, but the time we've been together, by now, I think you can realize that.
It's been like a week and a half, isn't
It
I mean,
hasn't
it's been over 10 days at this point for sure.
Week and a half.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, because it was like a few days before Neverlight Grove. So
Yeah. I mean,
About 2
you
weeks.
can at least rely on us a little bit.
At
You've
this
killed
point-
so many people together.
at this point, I can trust you all not to kill me in my sleep or steal my stuff. I think.
Eh.
I haven't checked inventory today yet, but I'm assuming it will all be there.
We've kept
Glance
each other
over at Jim
alive
Jar.
thus far.
I know. I'm just. I don't worry. I've come to trust you at least most of the way. These things do take time.
All right.
So,
Well-
we gonna go back to sleep
yeah,
now?
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Sorry, guys.
That was a beautiful cluster.
I suppose we
Alright.
can sleep.
So you're gonna like hike a half hour back out of the tunnel, or just gonna like camp in the middle of this tunnel? Or
Camp
what?
in the middle of
Yeah.
the
Middle, right where we are.
Okay.
Screw it.
So you
I'm
throw down
keeping
your
first
bed
one.
rolls again. Similar setup to last time. Doing anything before you go to sleep? Are you casting Feign Death again?
Everyone, I am casting the spell that will make me look dead, and I am writing it in the rock. You will make.
Thank
You
you.
will make you happy.
Appreciate it. That's good. I forget things occasionally,
Yes.
so
Not actually dead, still alive. Please give me 1 hour. Oh yeah.
Vera.
One. Dang it!
That would have been great.
It would have been amazing. 'Cause-
Um,
oh man.
Bubbles.
And before I get, I will also say,
only bubbles.
Oh,
you guys remember when you first found me and I was just fine among all the chaos and rubble?
Yeah.
That's because I cast the spell to not get killed. They thought I was dead and they left me alone.
It works.
Solid move.
Yes.
Interesting.
That day,
Theo's also.
I had
realizing
it ready to cast in a moment's notice because
Fane Theo.
everyone else with me wasn't
He
nearly as
would
strong
never
as I
guess
was.
she's not Theo.
Now I don't need it as I don't think I'll need it as often, so I have to cast with ritual.
Well, you
Seems reasonable.
You are
Could come in handy though if we want to set some sort of trap.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry. I've been keeping it in mind, but
Alright.
I don't think it's come up yet.
All right. Everybody gets
Well,
some
now
sleep.
we can also keep it in mind.
Yes.
Now that we know that you can
You know,
cast
it's
long.
everyone has some secrets. It's the way of these things.
Get some rest.
Secrets.
Magical secret.
All right.
Sleep.
So you all bed down in the tunnel.
So it's almost dead down in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Hey.
Vera
dies.
dies again.
Oh,
Dies for the
wait.
second time this session.
Not really.
And yeah, you all fall asleep to some vivid, uneasy, disturbing dreams.
I love that.
I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Who's
Oh no! No! No!
Not for the first
me.
hour.
Son
Fair.
of a gun!
+2 for me.
And I rolled to see if I stay asleep before, and I think I do. So I assume
please
that
be
I'll
good
have
enough.
dreams.
Wisdom saving?
Yeah.
17.
Wait, say it again.
I rolled to see if I
Oh,
managed to
can I
sleep through the night,
flick
and
near?
I do. So I have to roll.
Who would
natural, right?
would everybody be laying relatively
Oh,
close
no.
to me at this point,
Natural
right?
one.
Especially if we know
Keep it
that
watch.
like you help us against like resist the phase race,
Yeah.
we would be trying to huddle in close.
Yeah. It does not matter for me. I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
17
All right.
13
Eldith?
total?
with my +2.
Yeah.
13's good.
+2 from me. I got 17.
High
You're
five.
Give
We're
whoever's
crazy.
whoever's close to me another +2.
Eldith
Just
is not even
even.
with it.
I mean, with your +2, I have an 8.
Jim Jar with the +2 is good.
marvelous.
Yeah, we're just hitting up these percentile dice tonight.
Is it 12?
What?
Is 12 the magic number?
13.
13?
For this particular one, it's 12.
Theo.
This is getting exciting.
That was 13. Levels of madness.
The last thing I need is levels of madness to add
Do
to
we
my
get advantage for
already.
this, or do we just?
It's madness levels, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I went 2.
Yep. Vera and your
He has a week and a half.
I'm at
2.
2?
Yes.
What was my first one? When did I get it? I believe you. I'm just trying to remember when.
Didn't you like get? Did you fall unconscious that one time?
I'll go. One of our viewers will surely find it.
Wait, okay, so your madness would have been when Bryn got his drinking problem, right?
Not necessarily. There's been a few other times.
I don't think Yormek's been mad.
That would have been the only time that he would have been able to be hit by madness.
I have one on
I
here.
feel like I did. Well, I got bubbles once, but that's not
Maybe it was when you went on your solo mission investigating fucked up shit in Neverlet Grove.
Oh,
that
When did I get it? My first level. I don't remember.
I forget, but I have both of you down here at 1.
I think it was in the case with
Prior
the
to
mind
this.
flares.
the same. Yeah. tracks. I'm good with it. I was just curious. I couldn't remember. That's all.
Maybe it wasn't. I don't remember.
It tracks.
I
believe
know I'm
it.
definitely in 2.
We've been walking through toxic yellow
Right.
caves for like a long.
Okay, so
You got +7 to that roll too.
I have a +5 actually.
With yours. +2 bonus.
Yeah.
Your boy is insane.
Of course, this is well. You're probably not.
This is the long madness, right?
this is long-term madness. Yes.
Yay.
So I need each of you to roll a d10 for me.
Oh boy. Get it.
5.
Perfect.
3.
Good.
Okay.
It's not a 1.
Doesn't matter.
5.
Oh, you wanted the one.
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well.
yikes.
Way to screw it up.
Big,
Typical Yorman.
big yikes. Guessing wrong and committing to the decision.
All right. Shit, did I do with my pencil? You guys help. I'm losing my mind.
Well, yeah, so are they.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for?
My pencil.
Do you want a pen?
I don't
He just wants to
understand
find
what
his lost pencil.
I do.
I see no pencil.
It's like you got a purple thing on it. I can get a new one, but
This has a purple thing on it. It's
still
a light.
exist somewhere.
Is it 4 levels of madness and like everything is bad?
No, it's Eldith levels of madness.
Oh, no.
She's 3. Oh my god, we didn't cure her.
Oh no!
Yeah, we did it.
Oh no! Oh no!
I can't believe you'd be so irresponsible, but
Why
I love the
did we
party
ever?
memory.
Zatuo was gonna have a head plant
Let's.
thing. No
All
matter
right,
what.
all right, all right. Now stop and listen.
I can't. I'm going insane.
Eldith.
No, it's fine. I'm good.
Eldith is an extra, and
Eldith
that's how
doesn't
she'll
matter.
always be an extra.
As
and
long
it's
as-
not gonna matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
Stool doesn't need to see his.
Listen, we got Globagul died. Stool's gone. Jim Jar actually has risen up in the NPC power rankings. Eldith has always just been that plain Jane that's like
Dude, Eldith.
sometimes
Eldith
Eldith has
solid.
been killing it lately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
And
now it's
we
killing
have to
her.
kill Eldith. Yeah. Yikes, man.
Listen, she went out in a blaze of glory during these last few combats.
It's been fun.
It's been fun, but you know what? Sometimes when a door closes, you keep it closed.
Sometimes Eldith dies. It's fine.
This is probably
She
it.
made it. I'm sure she made it farther in our group than most other groups.
So
You know, probably.
I think that's probably true.
I need to. I'm not even sure how to
Do you want to
do
slack me?
this.
I'll kill her.
I'm confident you would.
If she swings at Bryn, I'll kill her.
She's about to like Gallagher him with the hammer. Just one like, boom.
She takes my wineskin.
I'm keeping watch.
This
I'm
is
ready.
absurd.
Do you just want to take a picture of it and send it to me?
No, I have to look up another thing.
Oh no! Is this for mine?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I'll also kill you if I have to.
No.
What is happening?
Kevin's looking up a bunch of stuff.
Nero's sword is always sharp. Oh boy. Oh boy.
There's so many things that this could be. Yeah.
It doesn't. I'm pretty sure one of the effects of madness is you just attack.
Other people. That's
People
confusion,
are-
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I might just be confused.
I'll kill you.
I know you will.
I ain't going down because of this.
I believe that.
I'm not going down.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I'm not going down like this.
So there's only one. So here's the thing. I read about this like yesterday. So there's only one person. No, there's two people. Oh no. Yep, there's two people in our group that this could work on.
Here goes. Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna see how this plays out
All right.
for a second.
Yep.
Yep. No.
Give me
This
a
is
sec. Let me get Vera hers as
41.
well.
okay. Oh no. Well, not oh no. This is interesting.
Oh,
You psychic
I
me?
think I remember what your last one was. And now it makes me really want to re-roll Vera's.
Because
You forgot everything.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
And then suddenly he remembered.
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna roll another one for Vera because it's like
The same.
It's the same. I'm like, that's boring.
Make it worse.
You instead permanently forget.
You instead die.
All right.
Is it too much worse?
Prepare to be
I'm gonna.
punished.
Am I good to look
For the
up
sake
what
of
that
flavor.
is? By the way.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I think because there's a clause in there that I'm pretty sure is gonna apply.
Your Santa?
I was about to say. Is it sharp? Are they sharp? Wolverine?
Don't worry about it.
There's a clause in there.
Kevin, how long does it take to say how long does it take to tell you're dead?
What? Oh.
If there would be an effect that you just drop to 0 hit points right after that conversation.
Is that?
What was wrong with it? Hell, I'm only 18
Why isn't this letting me just search items?
Are we all still awake at this point?
No, this is like you're waking up to this fun stuff.
There
Okay,
it
but we're all
is.
waking up.
It's not perfect, actually.
Uh-huh. No, I know. I was like, all right, this is okay.
Man, this is a one. Well, oh my gosh.
My stomach's making a rumbly.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Okay, well that's the two of you. So,
Was I asleep while this happened?
so let's.
No, this is waking up to this.
Oh, that's great.
It's Eldith time. Killer.
This one won't be.
She turns into a Demogorgon.
Oh no!
She turns into a Demogorgon.
The pigeon says, "Oh, this won't be as bad." So it'll be permanent.
Okay.
This is her third, right?
Yeah, this is the coup de grace.
No, this is, the effect is manageable, but it's permanent.
Oh.
So I might die by proxy depending on how this roll just went.
How do you die by proxy?
You'll see.
Why?
Don't worry.
Don't be a tease. Just wait until that happens.
Don't tease us. Wow, dude.
Alright. This is.
You just get TPK'd from.
Okay. So, you all wake up in the morning in the illuminated cave. We should probably just roll for.
Yep. It's
For-
It's 50-50.
Yep.
All right.
I actually feel like it's
Pick high or low. Chef on.
low.
Okay. Roll a d4. Not you. Him.
Here we go. Please
It's
be
a 1.
Okay.
low.
Well, there's your answer.
Yep. Okay. I was gonna ask you how we were gonna figure that out.
All right. He's definitely romantically.
Oh no.
Almost certainly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I can see how this gets you killed.
Yep.
Yeah. So you all wake up in the morning. The night seemingly passed uneventfully, even though I had to Google a lot of shit.
As we're eating breakfast.
You wake up and your gaze falls longingly upon the beautiful feminine figure of Vera Schulferstein.
Just gonna kind of walk over. I'm gonna, as we're packing, I'm just gonna hold your hand. I'm just gonna I'm gonna just let's live in the moments first.
So as you approach me, I'm like trying to like roll up my bag, my bedroll, and just like I kept like, all right, so try this again. And as you kind of approach and grab my hand, I accidentally just like slap you across the face, back of my hand. Oh, sorry.
It's just
Wait, what are you trying to do?
it's just a lover's quarrel, as well.
Okay.
Allow me to help you with this bedroll, and I kind of reach over your shoulders.
Oh
and,
no,
like,
no, stop.
I'm just.
I just like trying
And
to.
I'm gonna do the Elvish equivalent of WTF.
I'm just gonna try like oh that's thank you so much.
I'm
Yormik.
just gonna sit back, pull out the lute, and start just like strumming like a nice romantic melody. Just like early morning, I'm in a daze, and I see this, and I'm just like going with
Even
it.
as not like literally looking at no one except for Vera. Like
I
even
imagine it's the
caves begin to sing of
the Beauty and the Beast.
the
Yeah.
love that we clearly have for one another.
I'm really not hearing the.
It was fate. It has become so clear to me this morning that it wasn't a journey to save these idiots, but just a quest to find you.
I don't think that's really what's happening. As I'm trying to like get out of your like over my shoulder arm grip, like my leg will just give out and like fall on top of you. Like, oh no, that's not what I was trying to do. No, that's not. No.
This has to bring us closer together.
You're just too young for me, Yormik.
It's not true. There's no
How old are you?
old enough to know true love.
Okay, and for the record, you're effectively charmed by her,
Mm-hmm.
and you just regard her as your true love
Yep.
during this time.
Yep.
But if you wanted, but you can finish doing my bedroll. That's fine.
Everything is pristine. I'm gonna.
Hospital corners that
Yeah,
shit.
This is great. Yeah, this
Mhm.
is. I'm gonna take a quill and I'm just gonna put a heart on the end of your bedroll.
Well, that's really something there.
It's,
Hey Yormik, you can also do my bedroll if you need more.
I've got this one.
What's
I like to imagine he's taking your bedroll and like doing the like you try and zip two sleeping bags together to make it the double wide bedroll.
Oh,
Just
no.
attaching them to one another.
All right, and scene. What else is happening in the cave this morning?
Mostly nothing out of the ordinary. Except over the porridge or gruel or whatever it is you guys are having for breakfast this morning.
I'm trying to get you to feed me.
Eldith just seems to be kind of talking to herself a little bit and like side-eyeing all of you guys and like I don't know, keeping to herself.
Yep.
She looks real suspicious.
She doesn't talk much anyway.
I'm sitting like eating. I'm eating a gruel, and it's, at one point I'm just like.
I go get
The spoon just like clangs down on the stone
Allow
floor.
me, and I cast Mage Hand to show up how powerful I am, and I grab the spoon.
Oh, that's right.
That's an 11. I bring it back. I'm like,
Yep.
and she, like, as you go to grab it, I'm like, no. And
Please,
Reach.
allow me.
I spoon the porridge.
I cast Mage Hand. Roll d20. 1.
Oh,
20.
20.
Uh,
Huh?
Oh no.
no, I need to check a thing.
We're just passing.
Oh my
We're just
god.
passengers here.
I'm still just playing.
You guys can get
enjoying
another
it.
level of madness.
I'm
if you
just
want.
like, I'm just appalled. And do I notice? I notice Eldith like side eyeing.
Yeah, it's not real secretive, and it seems like she's like having a conversation with no one in particular.
Eldith, are you okay?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yep, that's why I asked.
Just leave me alone.
Okay. And Elvish again.
Eldith, do you want to?
Then
do you want
again,
a
like
drink?
away from you, she's like, "Can you believe this fucking guy?"
Eldith, do you need a drink?
It's probably poison. I don't want that.
Okay.
We only need to drink of the overflowing love. that I have for this.
Oh,
I always thought
What
you
is
two
wrong?
would just
What is wrong with it?
together.
It's
what's wrong with you?
Don't
been
worry about me. I'm
Keep
fine.
yourself together.
Eldith.
What are you doing?
perhaps you could join us in the celebration, and I'll produce like a small ring of rope that I've made. Vera, we've risked life and limb together, and in that moment above the lake, I knew.
All right, so
Vera,
now
are you able to like function or how like?
I'm taking care of it.
I'm fine.
All right.
It's just it's just a lack of sleep. I think. I don't know.
So
Okay,
in-
I'm gonna go at least for you and lesser restoration.
Yeah, I was just about to say in Elvish, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is not normal.
Yeah,
I'll get Yormik.
Like, if I'm walking, like, all of a sudden my legs just give out and like crumble to the ground. Like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Wait, should I get still Elvish? Should I get Yormik or? Because this is kind of funny. Should I get Yormik?
Maybe Yormik. He's I
yeah,
like him better.
so
this
I mean,
way.
really, like,
Help
maybe,
Eldith?
maybe we just let this one play out, you know?
You're right. All right, I'm gonna
It
try.
seems harmless
I'm gonna
enough.
try and help Eldith.
Till I get a third.
Okay.
So I'm gonna approach Eldith.
I was wondering if you guys were able to like fix this.
No, only basically Band-Aid.
Yeah.
No, you know what? A little bit better. Basically,
it
like
removes a level. Doesn't
No,
it?
not lesser.
Greater removes. Lesser just gets rid of the effects. So I guess it's more of we will be able to. It's like we're giving you
A little more time.
some morphine.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and come up to Eldith and be like, Eldith, do you mind if I heal you real quick to stop you?
Don't you fucking touch me.
You know we've been traveling together for like 3 months.
I don't want any part of you and your devil magic.
Devil magic. Magic.
No, Eldith, Wickham's gone.
All magic here is pure.
Well, I guess I don't know about Nero. Nero's kind of fiery now, so maybe I can. Do you want me to help?
Just like looks really like paranoid and like mildly frightened of the lot of you.
All right.
Just leave me alone and let's be on our way.
All right.
Nobody fucking touch me.
So
Oh, okay.
Elvish again. So
Could've
Bryn,
been bad.
Bryn, I could restrain her and you could cast it, or we could wait till she's asleep.
They say out loud?
Elvish.
Oh, right, okay.
He did say.
I don't. It won't work.
All right,
They're
then keep
planning
your
to-
secrets.
What?
Are they planning something for us?
What do you mean?
I'm sure they are. Yes.
The spell
you
fixes
speak the-
physical
No.
Oh,
No.
ailments,
That's okay.
not mental.
still love you.
So it
You
wouldn't help
else
her
that
either.
speak.
It would help her.
I'm
'Cause
sorry.
hers is-
I've already fallen in love.
So it won't help
It'd
him?
probably not help him.
With me now?
What do you mean no?
No,
help
with another
physical?
man.
Also, the
ago.
description lists blinded,
Yeah,
paralyzed,
but
poison.
yeah,
I'm afraid ever
but
since I haven't been able to fall in love
the-
again since.
Stone
Sorry.
Giants told us that
Personal-
lesser restoration alleviates the effect of it. Not the spell doesn't read. that
We
it
can
does it.
we can check. I'm guessing
Get
they're
back to
wrong.
this.
What's up?
The Stone Giants told us that lesser restoration alleviates the immediate effects. It doesn't reduce the point, right? And greater restoration reduces the point, and
Greater restoration is required to sort of reset that madness ticker.
yeah, but lesser restoration does clear any immediate effect.
Of short and long term madness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right,
It takes greater restoration to
Right.
cure the indefinite ones.
right.
So we can try to fix Eldest. Does it
We
did
don't
they
know
say
that
it would
she's at,
even
like,
work? Yeah.
A
Did,
third point.
did they say that it would even work for like mental effects? Because lesser restoration generally doesn't work for mental effects.
Right, but this madness phasers thing is not
Okay.
a normal book of
Yeah. Right.
like effects kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
try to? Do you want to try to distract her and?
Right. I don't think that'll be difficult. So I go and stand behind Eldith.
She like backs up to a wall.
Oh no! I will book it behind her.
Okay.
It's fate.
I mean, so
Wait, we
you
don't need
can
to
move
do-
behind her in the cave, but then she'll sort of like put her back to the wall.
It's.
That's what I'm saying.
I
So you're
think-
still like in a tunnel right now.
I think. Let's just like as I see her panic, and like, you just like looking really aggressive towards this like paranoid woman. I'm like, let's just let it go, and we'll try this later.
Still Eldritch. I could cast Hold Person.
I
She can't
know,
move if I do
know
that.
you can, but if it doesn't work, then we're in a worse spot.
Why? She's already freaking out.
No, she's following us.
All right. Whatever you want to do.
If we're openly hostile towards her,
I'm just saying, if she stabs us in the back, this is on you.
well, she doesn't have a sword.
They keep talking to themselves. What are they plotting?
Yeah, all right. This is freaking idiot. I just start walking at the front. I just don't care. Done.
Where does it cross me? All right. So what are you guys doing?
So he used Lesser Restoration on Vera.
Okay.
He did.
Roll a d20.
8.
Okay.
Do I feel any different?
The tremors and jitters seem to subside.
Alright, so maybe it wasn't the lack of sleep.
Hazers.
I don't like this stuff.
Neither do we.
Yes,
So-
the first time we ran into it, I
Is
said we
that a
should-
touch spell? Okay. As he put his hand on Vera
Oh, no.
to to do this, I'm gonna put it behind his hand.
Oh.
Together, we will heal.
That is
Okay.
Yeah.
it's touching. Yes,
Sure,
very...
Yelman. Sure.
Oh, no.
This is
You're,
amazing.
you're from this plane, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
But I would go to whatever plane.
Yeah,
you live on.
great, thank
I would
you.
follow you through the 9 hells. I would follow you to the surface.
That's where we're going, so...
I will follow you to the surface.
Or the 10th.
Whatever
hour
it takes,
somehow.
I will defeat this other lover that you have and prove my worthiness.
He's
to
already
you.
dead, so don't worry about it.
I will raise him.
I will study
With an
necromancy.
S or a Z.
I will become dead.
Listen, among my people, it is traditional to, just keep at arm's distance without touching each other until marriage, and then that comes into play. But until then, it's
Love has no rules.
if you want my parents' approval for this, you're going to have to keep your distance, or it's not going to work.
I mean, I feel like I don't really have a choice but to listen to you, so I will be the nicest person ever.
Who doesn't touch you?
Yeah.
I feel like he's just like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Just like,
Take my energy.
Well, at least we know that if Yorick falls in love, he's creepy.
In case we weren't sure of that. before.
Now we know.
If it is magically my true love, that may be the case.
All right.
Anyway,
I know how you feel. I felt that way about alcohol for a while.
it's a good time.
Quite a night. Quite a night indeed.
Morning.
anyone listening to me explain this to you can probably tell I'm not a very good liar.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So eventually you all head off down the tunnel. Eldith bringing up the rear a healthy distance behind you guys.
I think me and Nero at least are keeping a watch on her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not
Getting
leading
busy.
for the first time. Unless that's what you want to do.
So the tunnel goes on for a few more miles, but after and partway through, the Phasrus area subsides. and you find yourselves back in normal, not illuminated tunnel.
Woo.
A few miles and a few small tremors later, you come to an opening at the end of this tunnel that you see basically opens up into a flat ledge, and at the distant edge of your vision you see either like the crest of a hill or like the edge of a ravine or a cliff face, but you sort of see that it stops, but past the mouth of the tunnel is like an open flat area. If you continue forward,
Yep.
No reason not to.
One more can sit in the jar
No reason not to.
and the gums guy.
okay, so as you make your way to the mouth of the cave, you see that this flat ledge area does indeed appear to be sort of the edge of a ravine. From here you can't tell the depth. In front of you, though, seated and facing away from you presently, you see a large green-skinned creature with long, stringy, dark hair, very like gangly limbs, and long, slender fingers that end in these really long, piercingly sharp claws or nails. It sits near the cliff edge, alongside a somewhat narrow stone bridge that crosses the what you presume to be about a 50-foot or so gap across the ravine to the other side. Make a perception check, all of you.
19.
Jeez. 10. And for Bryn. Bryn got a 16?
Plus.
Bryn and Nero are ironically, even though they're keeping an eye on Eldith, are the first two to make out the shadow of
we're not
another
that
figure. To make out the shadow of another figure on the opposite side of the bridge. The bridge structure, think kind of like Bridge of Khazad-dûm kind of thing, like
Yeah.
that sort of stone structure. It's almost hard to say if it's naturally occurring or was just like chiseled out of existing stretch there. Or,
Seeing this thing from behind, do I have any idea what it is?
roll a nature or history check.
Nope.
Do I know what it is?
Roll a nature or history with a disadvantage check.
Both.
You
at
uneducated
disadvantage
fool.
regardless.
That's true. Nope.
Hey, you also got a 2.
Yep. My dice are garbage.
Bryn, do you know what that is?
Bryn makes a history check.
You
Nope.
rolled for him.
No clue.
I'm sorry, Warwick.
Vera,
Oh, what the hell's that thing? Okay,
history check with good old.
We don't know. Our group has never seen one of these before.
that's all
Yeah.
yeah.
Guess not.
It's the 3 Billy Goats Gruff.
I will protect you. I just kind of hold Vera's hand as we.
Don't touch, remember, don't touch me.
This is purely out of protection.
Alright, great.
I need to know where you are.
I see my boundaries have been meaning to you.
Well, that's okay. Sorry.
With this small verbal exchange, the one seated on this side of the ravine turns
Oh,
and
on this side
spots
too?
your whole group.
Shit, okay.
Yeah, no, there's one on this side and on the
I
far
don't know
side.
on the other side. That makes sense that he'd be sitting away from us.
Yep.
Wait, his back turned if he was them. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Checks out.
You also see that the platform that it's seated on, that the tunnel opens to, also extends further to like the right from the tunnel opening. Further down, you see another entrance to another tunnel in that direction.
So we can go through another tunnel or cross this bridge.
Yes.
Are pretty much the paths forward that we see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do any of you speak Giant?
No. Hey, Bryn.
Paper insanity.
Nope. No. Bryn does not.
Bryn does not. Okay. Well,
But Jim Jar does.
nope. So the creature stands up, is eyeing all of you.
How big is it?
It is large.
Okay.
And it like yells or calls something in your direction that none of you understand.
So what do we do?
Oh, just don't get. No one knows what they said.
I have no idea what he said.
They're coming
Shit.
for you.
Oh shit.
We must.
I'll yell back. Do you speak common?
It snarls back something else similarly in a language you don't understand.
You want me to yell to it in?
Undercommon. I will yell, I love this woman in Undercommon to the giant thing in front of me.
It like goes like but then in this very choppy, poorly spoken Undercommon, the creature
That's what it understood.
Yeah.
the creature says, "You got to pay the toll before you could cross the bridge."
Of course.
You would not charge two lovers on the way to their honeymoon through these tunnels, would you?
Oh, a wedding? Oh, that's double.
I see that the Grackelstug wedding industry is extended.
Guys, you're my sword negotiator.
Yeah.
What is the
Though Jim Jar and you,
Oh.
you're mostly picking it up. There's maybe
This
a few
guy's-
things.
this
I,
guy's
I would have heard
basic.
like two lovers on something. And, like,
What is-
Jim Jar? Whatever this is seems
Yeah,
not
yeah,
good.
I'll translate.
what is the toll?
The toll is it is 50 gold per person, or something equivalent value that is very shiny.
So what do you spend the gold on out here?
That's none of your business.
I just say I would love to buy. If there's a shop nearby, I would love to purchase a new dress for.
There's no shop. We just like the shiny things. And this is our bridge, and you are not allowed to cross it unless you pay.
Ask them where they keep the gold.
Where do you keep your gold?
Well, that's private.
I'll
It's
tell you.
wearing like a loincloth kind
you
of
like-
get up right now, so.
I'll tell
do
you.
you like shiny rocks?
I said shiny things, yes.
I can make shiny rocks.
Same common.
Yeah.
What
What's exactly how?
what's he saying?
We're talking about your toll.
About how you gonna pay it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is there?
What's your name?
Trogar, they're gonna pay! He calls to the other one.
What's your name?
Well, I'm Jethro.
Jethro. How far?
Well, if he
apart
didn't have a goofy accent, it would be Jethro.
Yeah.
And the other guy's what? Tall.
What?
What?
That did occur to me to do. No. The other one. Trogar.
If we just gather up a bunch of rocks, I can fairy fire them.
Okay. That's an interesting strategy.
So come on now, pay up, or you can go the not so safe way.
Brian, please prepare what you can to protect Vera. I will distract her. Have you?
I will protect her with your life.
Thank you. So, sir, what is your favorite thing that you've ever received from someone coming through this
Are
tunnel?
we gathering rocks while he's talking to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start gathering up rocks. Out of sight of the troll. We don't need him to know how we made them.
My favorite thing they've ever given me is 50 fucking gold.
What mint was the gold from? Did it have a picture of something that looks like me, or something that looks like this beautiful goddess, or perhaps something that looks like these more strange, stretched out people? And I point to the human and elf.
It's usually in bricks.
Brick, like a brick.
Just give him 1 platinum and say it's worth 50,000 gold.
That's not gonna work.
I think higher quantities of shiny things. Is...
So what?
Be easier to give him copper and tell him it's weird.
So after we gather up some stones into a pile, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire again out of sight of the troll.
Okay.
There's so much gold right behind you right now.
All that's behind me is the bridge.
No, it's not. It's used the bricks of gold in the bridge. I can see it.
He looks around, just squints a little bit. Looks at him.
Fair.
Is you lying to me?
I'm gonna grab one of the rocks that I Fairy Fired and bring it out and hold it up.
Ooh, interesting, but not shiny. It's glowing. It's not shiny.
It's glittery.
What do you think? I'm stupid or something?
No, my undercommon, and my accent's terrible. My undercommon's not very good.
Your accent is quite awful.
I must just not be understanding. This is not shiny.
That's not shiny.
I'm gonna pull out,
It's glowing.
pull out the Drow medallion.
Now there's a shiny.
We can give you this, but it was what I was going to use as a wedding gift. Perhaps this could buy passage for me and my love.
Do you say 50 gold per
person.
It's all I have left of my mother.
He reaches forward with this crazy long weird piercing nails. You wouldn't scratch at something with these. It would literally stab you almost. He delicately reaches forward to grab the medallion and inspect it. Ooh, okay. I would say this could get the two of you across.
Wonderful. We will remain...
Enjoy your honeymoon, and it just tucks it into a tiny pouch that's tied to the rope that's holding up the loincloth.
He's Jim Joe said
I know. I'm just trying to I'm hearing what I'm in the translation. It's
I just turn my hand out.
we should wait until everyone is paid and then we'll all go.
Can we hurry up, please?
Oh gosh.
What's her problem? He points over to Eldith, hiding in the back, hasn't moved away from the edge of the wall just outside of the mouth of the tunnel.
Well, you see, before I realized my love for this one, we kind of had a thing, and it's been tense.
Oh, scorned lover, eh?
It happens. To
Why
the
you
best
keep
of
her
us.
around, mate?
Entertainment.
Oh, can we just kill him?
Oh, you're fucked in the head, you are.
I mean,
That's cruel, son.
I can't. It's up to these two to
I
decide
was
that.
giving them the
You're why don't you?
medallion.
Yeah, that's why now I feel like we're kind of, our hands are tied. Just kill him.
Ask him what happens if it goes
I'm
that
trying
way
to
and
think of a
if it
way.
goes that
What's that
the way
one
to use
saying?
The illusion.
She's asking in her beautiful voice.
Pointing to Nero.
He's asking in his okay voice about what happens if we go down this tunnel, or what's beyond the tunnel.
I'm trying to figure out if
What's
I
down
can
that
use
way?
Yeah.
a
Like
major
the tunnel to the
illusion,
right?
a bigger illusion.
Well, that is another way that you could eventually end up on the other side of this here ravine. But it's got a few nasties on it, if you know what I mean. It's might not be as safe as this here wonderful work of man and or nature.
Interesting.
So Jim Jar's
This is like
translating.
my new favorite accent to do. But
Jim
it's
Jar's
fucking blessed.
translating.
Jim Jar is steadily feeding you
I'm
guys
starting to
how
get.
this conversation
I'm like
is
Nero's
going.
starting to get pissed.
I'm gonna grab a platinum and be like, well, this will pay one person's toll, right?
Ooh, that is quite shiny.
What's it a platinum worth? 100?
10 gold. Except, even with my negative intelligence modifier, I know that is not worth 50 gold by itself.
How much was the medallion? Not that it matters because I would sell anything for the love of my life, but how much was the medallion
Jar,
worth?
Jim Jar, when you're translating, just cut out the parts when he calls me things like that, okay?
It makes me very uncomfortable. I mean, it looks like more of a one-of-a-kind piece, I suppose. It's not... I couldn't put a real specific price on it, but it is nice and shiny.
It is very shiny. We killed the person who had that before.
All right. So how much do we need, everyone?
Well,
Well, for the rest of you, it'd be 2... carry the 2... it would be about 200 gold pieces.
Do we want to just pay it, or I can turn some coppers into gold?
I'm fine with paying it. It's just across.
You know what?
Come
Try.
on now, loves. It's a very
Try to
reasonable
turn-
price for what you'll be
You-
avoiding
you-
if you come this way.
You have the purse, so you can turn it. You can grab 200
Does
copper
it-
out.
So how many of these shinies, the platinums, for one person to get across?
Oh, squint at it. Let me see that for just. Oh, this is one of them 10 gold pieces.
Okay. So I'll start.
So we
I'll
have-
like shift, and I'll take out 20 coppers and major image them into platinums.
Okay.
do we have to pay at both
20 platinum
doors?
times is 200 platinum. No.
200 gold.
Yeah, right. Yeah, math. I can do math.
So I'm gonna hold out the.
Oh wow, you're doing well for yourselves.
This will get us across.
Yeah, give it here. Let me count it first. And takes it in his big hand and just like one piece at a time with the giant like clawed fingers, just like counts piece by piece and puts it in the little satchel on the side. And 20. Well, that'll do it. Pleasure doing business with you.
You two.
And turn to Yormik. I can't believe you gave up the amulet, you idiot.
I'm doing what I have to protect
What
the one
can-
person in my life
can
who
we-
matters.
Can we pay passage for those two in replace of the amulet?
Why you won't do that?
We got the amulet off of a dead drow whose body was planted in a garden of possessed things.
That's just what I told
Seems-
you.
it
That's
seems
from
like-
my parents.
It seems like a nice keepsake.
That sounds almost unbelievable.
Tell him there's someone after the amulet.
Look,
I mean, there's the last time we showed it off to a group of drow, we got attacked by all of them, literally all of them, including a pregnant lady.
Well, there's your problem. You don't show off stolen drow merchandise to other drow.
I was also a drow at the time.
What are you, stupid?
I was a drow at the time.
So could we
You was a drow?
I was.
could we purchase it back?
Sure. 200 gold.
100.
Well, you see, the increased supply and demand
80.
for the wedding party was the rate was doubled because it was a wedding.
120.
200.
I didn't need it.
I'll take out.
I will also take out 100 gold.
No, stop. I'll take out because we're close to him, right? So I can still just take out 20 more copper, turn them into gold, and hand them over to him.
You mean platinum? Turn them into platinum?
Yeah.
Sure. Take out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
20
same
20 copper, turn them into platinum.
Okay. Man, it's like super borderline. I was really hoping for like a really min or maxed roll with that D20 because I'm like, all right, are they going to notice that their pouch is now full with copper and not platinum because you drop the first major image to cast the second one?
No, I wouldn't because it's a 20-foot cube that I can cast it in.
But can you make like new stuff appear in it?
It says I can like move stuff.
Grr, D&D Beyond, you're killing me.
It is.
D&D Beyond.
Because D&D Beyond
Is
not.
normally great, and today it is not.
We're never gonna get sponsors. You keep saying shit.
I know.
No, we will get sponsored because then we'll stop.
They're normally phenomenal. Please make
D&D
your app
Beyond
work again.
built on Salesforce.
Major image. Thank God it's not.
No.
Kevin,
I
what do you
really
mean?
doubt it anyway.
Built on Elasticsearch, probably? Might be.
Built by Twitch.
Built?
No.
Bought by Twitch, maybe.
Not bought. I think they're partners.
Partnered with Twitch. Sounds right.
Partnered with Twitch. Built by Curse, which is also Team Liquid, which is also Disney.
Slow down there.
Yeah.
You just can't handle that.
Everything's Disney.
Oh no, it can be your call because it doesn't.
Roll an Arcana check, because this is above and beyond the standard call of major image.
6.
Plus.
Okay.
It still only matters if they notice.
Right.
So I wouldn't drop. So if what's happening is I'm trying to turn these new coins into platinums, I'm not going to drop concentration on the old spell. I'm just going to try and probably in this case fail to turn these into platinums.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, you create an object, creature, or some other visible thing, and to like do it again would. Yeah, I just don't think you could
Sure.
do it that way.
So in that case, I'll pull them out, try to make them platinums, and they'll stay coppers, and I'll just be like, I guess we don't have the money for it.
Well, that's all right. You've already purchased your passage. Off you pop. Let's go. Come on, chop, chop.
I'm gonna like glance back at Jim Jar and just be like, and just give him like, and then just start walking.
Damn it. Dude.
I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot message. I'm gonna like point a message back to him and just be like, "It's up to you. If you want to try it."
I'll think about it.
I'm just gonna turn around and give him a wink for inspiration.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So you guys
Yeah.
go ahead and cross the bridge. It's a little under 5 feet wide or so, but plenty of room.
Okay.
I'm protecting.
Protecting Vera. Yeah, protecting the one who has the like feather fall or whatever. If you
Yeah.
like, don't worry, I've got
Which,
you.
now that we've lost Clavicle, I can cast it on all of us.
That's true.
Always before that, I had to choose somebody not to cast it on.
Hmm.
Don't worry. I keep kidding.
Whatever it takes.
It probably would have been Clavicle or something. It's good life.
All right.
Jim Jar.
So, as you all start walking towards and past the troll, towards the edge of the bridge,
it was troll.
Wait, he wasn't under it.
he's not under it, no. but it was still a troll toll, yes. Jethro's toll.
Roll,
Billy
The troll
Goat.
soul. Boy soul.
But you see Jim Jar kind of walking awkwardly, kind of seems like he's walking back towards Eldith at first, but then like loop around again when he notices Jethro sort of like watching most of the rest of you pass in front of him onto the bridge. And he sneaks around behind him, seemingly unnoticed. That was very cocked. That thingy. That's a natural one on the sleight of hand check.
Oh, he grabbed it though. Means
Well, no. So he was super sneaky. It was just like behind the guy, and just like do it, and then just like unties the pouch, and it just like falls and jangles down onto the floor, and a bunch of platinum appearing pieces sprawl out onto the floor, along with the amulet. But Jethro's like, what the? Jim Jar manages to like stay behind him when he turns around. But Jethro begins picking up all of the fallen bits and bobs and pieces and putting them back in the little satchel. Jim Jar is not able to walk away with anything.
Valiant attempt.
He did. Look, I used the inspiration on the stealth check and everything, and he got a 12 plus 6 from the inspiration plus 4 on his skill. Dude rolled a 3 on the perception check.
Oh.
Good old natural 1 on sleight of hand, though.
Not what he is.
Not ideal.
Not great.
All right. Eldith makes her way across lastly. But you guys find yourself on the opposite side of this bridge. As you get to the other side, you see another pretty similar looking
Yes, it's paid for.
male creature.
he's going to.
And he says, "Thanks for your service. It was a pleasure serving you." And that's it. So yeah, upon reaching the other side, you find that you're in another sort of a similar kind of like landing platform from the other side, but there's another tunnel entrance in front of you, and not another direction to go at the moment. You guys head down that tunnel.
Onward.
That was an interesting little experience.
Do what?
So that was an interesting little experience.
Jumped at what?
Normally, I was barely keeping up with whatever was happening.
I was doing it for you.
Everything you do is for me. I know.
Okay, so
I believe you gave up that amulet.
you guys head down.
We used it once. It's fine. I would give up everything to ensure the safety.
Why couldn't you have told him not to give up the
I didn't know he was going to give it up, and I can't understand. I was always like 3 seconds behind because Ginger was translating.
I would give up everything.
I wish you would.
Sooner than later, please.
Rude again.
I think
All right.
they're jealous.
Oh no, not jealous.
So you guys make your way down this tunnel, several dozen feet or so down, and the tunnel seems to be just bending ever so slightly to the left, but about 100 to 150 feet down into this tunnel, another tunnel meets it from the right. You can see just inside this tunnel, there begins to be, there's a very dense collection of web all around the edge sides of this cave. presumably continue on your forward heading.
Unless you just want to throw a fireball down there.
I'm considering it. Think of how bright my love for you burns as bright as all of the webs would burn.
I don't think.
Would you like me to do that for you?
Actually, it's not the web that burns. It is the dust that the web is holding that burns. But no, I'm good.
So-
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
No. If you keep your spells for protecting me.
Is that real?
I literally had to once.
More suspected animal facts.
This is actually
Maybe.
this is something I had to do for my D&D game.
Maybe animals.
Because
That's amazing.
my players went into a spider-filled tower and they tried burning the webs away. I'm like, do spider webs burn? Like I had
They more just like melt away.
they melt, but they need sustained heat.
Mm.
A quick fireball explosion isn't gonna get rid of them completely.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But if it's a lot of dust,
It's good to
then
know
that-
for web
that would-
too.
Yeah.
We've
The
burned
web
before.
web spell specifically says that it can burn.
Oh,
now.
okay.
It's true too.
Interesting.
Comes with dust.
Maybe
Magic
maybe
web.
spider
Web.
web.
And
And
dust.
Zelda has taught us anything. Every web burns in fire. So I don't know.
All right.
Anyway,
So as you guys continue down
If dust
on.
and the dust burns and smolders a bit, that would melt the web.
Oh crap! Where'd it go? One note. Come on, one note.
I'm guessing it doesn't take too much sustained heat.
Not a lot, no. But still more than
So
just that. More
yeah,
than just an
right.
instant.
Unless it's from giant.
At least that was my
spiders.
judgment measure after that session.
Then it takes 2 seconds.
Club. He was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You just like cotton candy. You just stuck the club in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you guys continue down the tunnel, on day number 11 since leaving Neverland Grove, that is where we will stop for tonight and pick up next week.
So still same day with the.
Yeah, it'll still be
So
day
what's-
11.
Okay.
It's like halfway through the day or so. at
Day
this point.
68.
How long does this restoration last?
Permanent.
So lesser restoration stops the long-term madness effect.
Oh,
So just outright.
some stuff.
Yeah. You've got what?
I've got time.
Yeah, I mean, so it started
We get nothing but time.
today's morning. So
Yep.
we'll track from there.
Oh, I'm mourning alright.
Yeah. So that was really goofy.
That was-
that was just
that
a
was
lot of
funny.
random shit happened in this
A
session.
lot of random shit.
I want to fight the turtle. I don't, but I do.
I wanted to kill those giants and take their, or those trolls and take their money.
We could have, maybe.
Oh man. Okay. No, that was really cool though. That was a really fun session.
It's fun.
And yeah, we'll be back next week. Minus Caleb. There's a slight chance it could be a
One shot.
one shot rather than more of this, but hey, maybe not.
Might
We'll
just
see.
be more of this.
Guess what knows?
Might
Let's
just be more
tune in
of
next
this.
week.
Yeah, tune in next
Tune
time.
in.
Thanks for hanging out.
for hanging out.
And
Animal facts after the show.
Animal facts coming up. Never. Goodbye.
Order zoo books.